Start recording. Let's go, baby. We're live. We're gonna do the intro right now.
Let's do the intro.
Doing it right now.
Boom. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Introvert Hour. Trent is back from Florida.
I am. Yeah.
Where all the crazy things happen, right?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Wait, you had... Oh, I thought I was expecting crazy stories from Trent.
No.
About Florida.
Went to the
awkward?
beach.
Yeah, okay.
Caught some fish.
Okay.
Went fishing for like the first time since I was like a little child.
Whoa.
So that was fun.
Did you catch anything big?
So we caught a shark,
Oh,
but it wasn't like a big shark. It was
Oh.
like maybe
Well,
2-3 feet long.
okay. Are you gonna like train him, like raise him as your son?
No,
and then...
No. So as we were pulling it out,
Oh, no.
out of the water, it ripped through the line and broke free.
It's your son.
I got barbed by a saltwater catfish. I didn't know saltwater catfish existed, but bled like crazy.
They live in like brackish water, right? It's like where fresh water meets salt water, like at the edge of rivers.
Though. No,
Really?
this is just.
Oh, I thought they
There's
lived
like specific. I don't know what the official name is, but that's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
Cut the shit out of my finger and bled like crazy.
Well,
Had a beer.
you should have caught him. You
That's
barb.
all we caught. We caught
Hey,
at least
you barb.
20
You
catfish.
barb for barb. Like he barbed your finger.
I should have barbed
You
him.
barbed
I
his whole family.
I
That's-
technically did put a something through his face, but no, I mean that was basically it. Went to the beach, gained like 5 pounds, eating all the seafoods.
Nice. Eating seafoods. You can gain weight eating seafood. I guess
if
all
it's deep fried and then
Yeah.
you're also drinking beer all day, yeah.
Yeah, beer will get you.
I think that's what
Beer
it
will
was.
get you, man.
I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been doing?
Well, burning to death.
Yeah, it's been hot.
It does feel like the inside of someone's blood.
Yeah.
It's
in
been
here.
pretty warm.
Someone like summer came and it came with a vengeance.
Yeah, we didn't really have a spring. I was just
Global
kind of.
warming 2018.
Dude,
Global
yeah.
warming.
Summer came and it went from being so nice and now it's Texas. It's like 10. What? It's supposed to be like 105 tomorrow.
Let's see.
Something ridiculous.
It's gonna definitely be in the hundreds right
We
now.
might be in a garage with no AC, so if there's a little bit of fan noise, which Boldt, can you check? Are you listening? Does everything sound good?
Can you even hear that?
Hey, CX on. What's up? How are you doing?
What's up, man?
The fan is, I remember like there was a little bit of background noise with it last time, so that's why I kicked him off. But if it's not that bad, I don't really
That's
care.
exactly what it is.
Gaff top. Damn, that was. It's like he's Googling.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you know what?
I really don't hear the fans at all.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Does it feel awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing got my finger, and I may have squealed a little bit. Tons of blood started squirting out of my my finger.
Like that?
Maybe more like a girl, not a pig.
Oh. Okay. When I think squeal, I just think, pig.
Specifically, a pig squealing.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Do you practice that?
Pig squeals?
Yeah. One of the first days you were here, you're like, man, pig squealing. Gotta use it as a tactic to run up on people in Fortnite. So.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. So do you ever just wake up in the morning, give a nice
Get a nice high pitched wee. No.
yeah.
Trent,
If I
first
did,
off,
my wife would really.
your hair looks pretty nice right now. I'll be
It's
honest.
because of all the sweat.
Oh, you're probably
This
right, but
is-
it
this
looks
is
good.
secret.
Thanks, man.
Just to let you know, not to be homo or nothing.
No.
But it is Pride Week, so
Oh, it is.
yeah. Hashtag Pride Week, guys.
What?
Hey, not googling. Oh, you're just a professional. See, I
you live in Galveston?
That makes sense.
I was actually in Florida, out at St. Petersburg, St. Pete Beach.
Petersburg.
It's pretty cool. One thing I did notice, so throughout the whole trip, just going to the beach and stuff every day, I didn't see any younger people. Like, I know I'm like 30 now, so it's not a big deal. I get it. 30 is the new 20 or whatever. But I didn't see any younger people. Like, maybe like a handful, but they were always with their family. It turns out that town is just...
It's a retirement town, right?
It's like a retirement town, yeah.
I mean,
Perfect
like
family vacation getaway type thing, great beaches, but
Huh.
I mean, you
the
go to
opposite
Miami,
of if you want to go see the party, go to like Miami. Yeah,
where they
or
do
even
not
probably Destin would probably be better too.
do not enforce indecent exposure for toplessness. Keep your
And-
bottoms on, but They do not enforce the topless.
You hear that,
thing.
boys? Take
Free the
those
nip,
shirts
not
off.
the lip.
It is not technically a nude beach.
Okay.
South Beach, I think.
They're
So
just
they're
not
not
gonna
gonna say
punish
put
you.
your shirt on.
Yeah, and there's a really
cap on.
crappy TGI Fridays right there on the beach that's overly priced more than a normal TGI
Been there?
Fridays. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Sounds personal.
yeah.
Like
Do
screw
they,
you,
do they
TGI Fridays.
also have a no shirt, no service policy in that TGI Fridays?
No, you can. I think I don't know about the policy involved, but I did see people eating outside at some places. I can't remember that TGI Fridays, but at some places, and they weren't wearing shirts or anything.
Huh.
So I'm assuming now. Let's say this: most women were clothed by the time they got across the street to like the restaurants. So I assume that once you cross the street, the rules are a little different. But
I feel like
on the beach, didn't care.
Well, you know, they probably just have to cater to the crowd that they're
Yeah,
hosting. Because, I mean, they can't really
true.
go mega enforcement on it.
So,
They'll kill their tourist
It
population.
looks like C
Tourists
might
come there to see
might be moving to
breasts.
Florida
Yeah.
soon too. So I guess he appreciates
would-
the fact that it's older couples and it's like
I would say that it's definitely great.
yeah.
Even though it is mostly older people, it's really quiet. It's effing expensive, though.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense if it's a bunch of old retirees, you know.
yeah. With
Prices go up, so kids
Gouge
can't
the money.
settle there. You got
Rolling
college
that-
town or whatever.
rolling in that
And-
Social Security money.
And I think that town is like a prime example of you're going to have the top of the hill with the super rich people, and then the actual bottom of the hill, which is probably 70% of the population, is super poor. That'd be just, unfortunately, that's
yeah.
just how it is in beach towns.
Yeah.
Got your beach
Just-
bums.
Everyone's slumming it up except for the rich white people that own the condos.
That own
right
the
down
condos.
beach.
Yeah, you've got your surfboard. That's the one thing you own.
Well, maybe the
Congratulations.
van. You know, the swag wagon. Or swag. What am I
So
trying
the
to say?
swag
Hold on.
swag
wagon?
wagon?
Swag wagon. What am I trying to say?
Shag
Swag wagon.
Swag wagon.
Swag
Oh,
wagon.
okay.
A swag wagon.
I was thinking van and wagon at the same time.
What's a swag?
I don't know,
Swag.
dude. Some kids say. I don't know what a swag is. I don't know what it means.
Okay, so
Is this a swag?
funny. So the butterfly meme.
Let's look at, hold on, let's look at the definition real quick.
Funny thing. No.
No, if you're
We were actually-
which one are you looking up? Are you
So-
looking at swag
Or
or
piece?
swag?
A fabric fastened.
Now look up swag. SCHWAG. Just
Hold
look
on,
at
that's
look
a
it
real
up.
word? Hold
Yeah,
on, S?
SCHWAG.
It doesn't really exist
that?
much anymore,
Guess
guys.
what it is?
Swag.
It's products that are given away for free.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
It
that
is not
swag.
marijuana.
No,
so,
No, that's
well, look,
that's
that's
the
the
actual
definition,
definition.
though.
Yeah. So we were my job.
Apologies.
My company rebranded and changed names like
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and they announced like this huge thing. It's like, come get your free swag, but they spelled
Swag.
it swag because
Yeah.
of that first traditional definition.
Yeah.
And all of the people around me just go, yeah, let me get it. Let me get a dime bag. Come on now.
Yeah, you can't buy it swag.
That's
I never was able
hilarious.
to buy swag in that small a quantity.
Yeah.
Not saying I ever did buy it. Just in theory, if I was gonna buy
It's
it,
it's a dime,
I mean, it's
man.
20 at the lowest, and then that's gonna be like what at the time? About a half? About a half?
I don't even
We
know.
are talking theoretical.
We're talking
Theoretical.
theoretically,
Yeah.
if we did drugs, we might be able to price
If I
it out
ever
for you.
smoked Mexican dirt weed, that would
Okay.
be.
And there's nothing wrong with Mexican dirt.
There's nothing wrong
No.
with Mexicans
Or
or dirt or
Or weed for that matter.
well, weeds
I mean-
like in your garden and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
But-
so yeah, I had a good trip.
That was fun. Yeah.
All in all, it was great seeing everybody, and minus the weight gain, it was fine.
crap.
But other than that,
Sprite.
good.
You still look good.
Thanks.
All right.
Well,
All right.
let's dip right into it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I had that small topic I wanted to get into just to throw it out there because, you know, I'm big on education and people, you know, educating themselves. Even the fact that I didn't end up getting a college degree myself,
Yeah.
definit't suggest that. But
I mean, you're working
if
on
you're
it,
not,
though,
yeah, I'm working on it. That's true. I am
Still
in school right
murdering
now.
the game.
But if that's not an option for you right now, but you still want to get into an IT,
What should I look up to get it?
so just look up Google certification program.
I mean, you could also just Google
Goofgle.
MOOCs. or it's like
certificate era. I
online
get that all the time.
something coursework. It's an umbrella term for online classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can actually look it up really fast.
But yeah, so Google has actually for a while been putting, it's Coursera. I guess they're working specifically with this company at the moment.
Coursera. That's what did they do? What did Coursera do before? They were courses, but for whom?
Well, they're tech courses, like not tech courses necessarily, but like job training.
Okay, so these are a bunch of colleges.
Yeah, and they do job training courses.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
they work with
Boxer.
They work with like Walmart,
Much appreciated.
That's all you have, dude. Appreciate it, man.
You should have brought
everything he's got.
You need to turn back the cheer noise where it's a fart noise.
Yeah,
I do.
Because
but don't tell us.
Bring back fart.
I'm sorry, guys.
Noises.
It was
Make
I have
farts,
to, I'll
make
download and put it
farts
back.
great again.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring them
Because-
back ASAP. I forgot that was the highest priority list.
Oh, here, real quick while we're on this screen, just a little side note. See, that's where it says sign up with Facebook. Not suggesting you put that on your website, but if you can outsource a way for people to sign up to your website using Facebook or Google Plus or whatever, definitely do that because then that kind of
Takes responsibilities off.
easier way
kind
to
of
actually
shirks
sign
the
up.
responsibility of keeping track of passwords and usernames and stuff.
And it makes people more
likely
reluctant
to
do it because
it's easier.
There's
for one.
websites that I buy stuff from that I didn't really want to make an account, but the fact that my Amazon Prime account was partnered with it and I could just link it, I was like, yeah, sure, then I'll definitely do that.
Yeah,
the cheer not
it's
pull up?
easy, and like I said, it kind of helps you rid yourself of the responsibility of which, I mean, if you know anything about web programming, like it's not too difficult. Like the algorithms are built in into
could
PHP.
make my MySpace marquee scrolling text
Yeah,
in a different color.
nice.
That's professional right there.
I mean, is that
No.
all I need?
No, you need. I'll tell you this: you need about a
into the
3-week
hex
course
code?
in
I hacked into
PHP and a 3-week course in HTML, CSS, and you can create a website that has a. Oh, you need to know a little bit of SQL as well,
Or just go sign up on Squarespace.
or just go to Squarespace
or
Yeah.
Wix or whatever.
or whatever. Yeah,
It just,
But, I mean,
because those
no, it
websites
is
you
good.
can just literally like Squarespace, you just go
100%.
in,
yeah,
you
yeah.
do it, and they're not going to put like a giant watermark or anything on it saying.
No, you can turn off their ads completely and
Yeah, you
say
can
it's
get
not
rid of
even a
it, yeah.
Squarespace site. So.
Yeah.
And that's honestly the beauty about it. It gets people that weren't going to have a website,
A really nice looking
Yeah.
a really
website.
nice looking interface, just
It's
to
the
get the
lazy
ground
man
going.
way to get something pretty
Hey,
out there.
hey, it's not bad. If
It's
you're not,
it's the new age GoDaddy.
yeah, and it's GoDaddy. I mean, the thing
They're,
about behind
they're
that,
mainly a domain.
yeah,
but
they're mainly a domain name and a file of what do you call it? Basically a server, just a web server for you.
Which I'm pretty sure they don't secure their with like
You have to pay extra. If I think where you're
isn't
going with that,
they do
you
that
gotta
with
pay extra,
everyone,
yeah.
right? For free everywhere else, right?
No.
Secure SSL site or whatever.
No, they don't do it. They don't. Everywhere else, you pay the same amount you would at GoDaddy for the secured account. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Gotcha.
I looked at a lot of different because I had to do it for one of my classes. I had to get a domain name. And yeah, I looked at a bunch of different places, and the amount that GoDaddy is charging for the secure site versus paying just the entry level for somebody else, which already had a secure site, was the same. I was like, at least GoDaddy's like not lying,
upfront about it.
upfront about it. They're
Okay,
like, yeah,
that makes sense then.
they're like, hey, you can get this cheaper one,
yeah.
but it's not secure.
Them just separating the option though, I don't know if that was like all
Are you
BS,
referring
but
to
what
the
No, it's an advertising thing.
The secure
That way they-
information where it's actually like not registered under your data.
Yes.
you know,
Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
because I couldn't remember if the way their advertising looks makes it look like there's an extra, you have to pay more for this, even though it is something that's probably the same price everywhere else.
No, I think it's just so they can say, and advertising works like this. They
Yeah,
can say,
you can say that it's
website
cheaper.
starting at $9.99 or whatever.
Yep.
Just so they can say that. That's all. it
Car
is.
starting at this price
get
with
it.
no wheels or tires.
But they use cPanel, which is the user interface on cPanel is so easy. It's just so easy. So that's why that's why I use GoDaddy, because they use cPanel.
And because the pretty women in their commercials, right?
Oh, you use Danica Johnson or whatever, the NASCAR girl,
Danica Patrick.
Danica Patrick.
No, well, okay, I haven't had cable in like 5 years, so I'm talking about when I was like 12 years old and they would have the GoDaddy girl.
Oh yeah, like Total Ho.
What?
She was like a total hoe.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't
she
know.
looked
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
a porn star or something. Though.
She definitely was hired for her assets.
Yeah, yeah, many assets. I don't think it
Huge
was
tracts of land.
Huge tracks.
Yeah. So if it's Danica Patrick, I mean that's cool though. 'Cause she's also very attractive.
Isn't that the one marrying Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
I know she
so.
like crashed her last race ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely her. I'm
Gotta
pretty
go out
sure
and
she's
bang,
the one
man.
that's and she's worth more than Aaron Rodgers too. Well, because there's actually more money in NASCAR. Funny enough, although it's dwindling down, there's actually more money there.
It's just turn left.
Turn left,
Hey man,
yeah.
you can't really bash on other people for liking something. If they like it, they like it. I thought the same thing, but people eat that.
Oh yeah, there's definitely
People
a
eat
crazy
that up.
crowd for it. I mean, I just they are behind Trenton that way.
Hey, Trent, can you give me some of those?
I just feel like if they had
Just the
Formula
whole
One
thing.
racing, if they had Formula One racing in America, that'd be awesome.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like,
went to one in Texas Motor Speedway, and
Really?
I saw a guy almost die. Yeah.
Isn't the Indy 500? Isn't that Formula One? Or am I just? I don't know
It's
anything.
IndyCar, right? That's the same thing, right?
So.
I mean, I'm not a professional, but
Formula One would be
Formula
like
One is
not
IndyCar.
just turn left, but
Well, yeah, they do that in the United States too. Yeah.
Yeah.
they do.
Well, how many events comparatively? I don't know. I feel like they just push NASCAR here, and
Well,
more
NASCAR
Formula
is
One's
definitely
like
more popular,
European.
but I think they do have a full
We do
like
Formula One here.
season
Yeah?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure they do.
Yeah. No.
Every
it-
year.
cool
They
then.
just did it like a
It's-
few months ago here.
it's
I wouldn't mind
actually-
going to one of those. I think.
Excuse me,
probably
they
not.
just
I'll
did
watch
it
on
in
TV.
that
Stream.
last race was actually in Florida, I
It
think.
was a couple months ago. It actually really wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't even that. It was a couple
No.
of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was
Why
really
don't we
recent.
see NASCAR in Europe then?
Because NASCAR's
Formula
traditional,
One is-
American
Yeah.
thing.
Oh.
Formula One's more global.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got
Soccer versus football.
Yeah, I would say it's like having a football, like a American football team. Not to say that they don't exist overseas, because they do, but in very small.
Yeah.
Right.
And usually, like, they're more like minor leagues. Now, I also want to say
yeah.
Okay.
They have a track in Austin. There you go.
we have so
That's
Formula
one
One
track
is
in
different.
Austin,
Indy
okay.
Formula One is international. Has one track in Austin.
Just gotta prove the race. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So
yes.
then, what's the difference? Like, what's the difference between a Formula One car and an Indy car?
Well, not necessarily the car that much.
It's just
but
the style
I think,
of track
Yeah,
thing.
because the track is actually a course instead of just
instead of just
turn left.
Well, don't what are those bikes also? They race on.
You ever
Formula
see
One.
any of those
The motorcycle
like,
bikes?
the
Yeah.
high-speed
Shut
bike
up.
races that they do?
Yes, they're crazy.
They'll go hundreds of miles an hour. It's insane. There's one specific track like on the island of Man that has
Yeah.
this loop that takes up half of the island.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the track layout, you die.
Yeah.
Like just the turns that they're taking at the speeds that they're going
I feel the
Yeah,
same
they
thing
have
when I'm
to.
playing
is
Forza.
crazy.
That's why I'm always in last place in that game.
Dude, there's this video I saw recently that I really want to.
So just while you're looking it up,
Yeah.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense that Formula One is top tier. And we're not going to talk about what happened to the Cavs last night.
yeah, mostly I don't care about basketball. I
I
really
mean, I'm
don't.
not really
was epic.
invested in either team, but I don't want to talk about what happened. For those of you that, since we're on the topic of sports, those of you that are interested in talking about it, that guy, that's all I gotta say is that guy's an idiot, and he probably feels super, super shitty about
Hey,
it.
everyone
so.
makes mistakes.
Was it like the time
Everybody
ran
has
out or
those
something like
days.
that?
So
The shot clock or, like, the actual- the
literally,
game
like,
time ran out?
tie game.
Yeah.
The free throw guy shooting free throws.
Yeah.
First,
Gets the rebound. There's 4 seconds left, like 4.5 seconds left. And then instead of going back up and dunking it or shooting a
Snakes just
layup
murdering
just to
game
get the
tonight.
2 points and win,
Yeah.
he actually took it back out to basically midcourt. Just
to call a
took it-
timeout.
well, he said he was going to call
Yeah.
a timeout or draw the foul, but he did it because he thought they were ahead and he was trying to kill the time because he didn't know the score.
Oh.
And there's just a meme going around of LeBron just staring like, "What are you doing? what are you doing?
As he scores like 50 plus
and
points.
then they lost the game because of that.
Yeah.
Well, and the guy also missed the free throw, and they also gave up in overtime, and I mean,
Well, I mean, could you blame him for?
I mean,
That's,
no.
Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, I'd be pretty bummed out
about
too
it,
if like 2 guys just gave up the win for you.
that sealed the deal for LeBron not going back to the Cavs next year. Like why? Like why would you? And that guy's probably not coming back either. You forget the score with 4 seconds left in the finals. Wow. Come on,
so
pressure.
That tangent took us some places.
Oh man, yeah, we
went from
IT support, professional certificate,
all
it's
the way
still there.
to NBA fail.
This is what you can do now through Coursera.
Yeah, no, and honestly, all it is that Google's supporting this now. It's their certificate program. I think it's like 5 courses, 8 to 12 months. Like it's like $49 a month, something like that.
That's $49
That
a month.
includes the certificate.
So is that
bad.
$49 a month to maintain your actual certificate after you pass the
pretty
course?
sure
So it averages out to $49 a month.
For how long?
So that's if you do a full if you do it 8 months. That's 49. It averages out to $49 a month. It's not based. It's not based on Coursera's normal subscription fees. Google is subsidizing this separately, so you can do Coursera and specifically do the Google IT support professional certificate. So the reason they're doing that this is really why I want to talk about, not necessarily that it's there, but the reason I wanted to talk about it is because there's like 150,000 IT support jobs open right now in the US. And there's nobody to fill them. The big problem is not the lack of education. Well, it's both. So it's overeducation, or it's overqualification, and then the lack of education. And there's no sort of middle ground. The issue is that a lot of people going to school for computer science want these $150,000, $200,000 jobs right out of college.
Right.
And so they're going to sit around at their parent. I don't want to sound negative about this, but they're going to sit around and wait until they get that job offer from Amazon or Google or, some huge tech company.
Which they will get.
Yeah. Instead of taking that $45,000 a year entry level job for AT&T, connecting networks. And I think it also kind of, there is a reason why a lot of tech companies are outsourcing to India for call centers and stuff. And you say, it's because they want to pay less, but it's also because
it's people that are going to do the job.
Right. There are people that are going to do the job. And it's not, I'm not saying that Americans should lower their standards for what we want to get paid, because I'm definitely not for that.
But you know how we are. I mean, it's like we think
more.
we deserve everything.
Right.
So it's like right out of the womb. We just want, everyone wants everything handed to them. So if you're not going to be, I don't want to be that scummy start off job. I don't want to work that hard, scummy job. I want the better job. So I'll just wait around, or, wait till I can find a hook connection through a friend or something. When really they could have worked their ass off for a couple of years doing this awesome, learn a lot of things. Maybe not make as much money, but also that's something to throw on your resume.
Right.
I think there honestly is a growing trend of people taking those jobs just to start off, because I think we're finding out that there's not many jobs out there for newer people in the workforce in that type of industry.
Right.
So taking those jobs starting off, I think they're going to get filled just over time in general.
And then that's kind of the other end of this, though, is that the people they typically are finding to fill those jobs are underqualified.
Yep.
And so this is a way to put out, like, to create a base level of education for someone without a whole lot of investment from the individual.
Kind of fills a gap.
Right. Yeah. It's like, it's a year. I mean, a year program. Yeah. I don't look, mycomputercareer.com, all those, like, those places offering, like, these sort of quick IT certificate education programs. Most of them are just bullshit. I've looked into them, the amount of money that they are versus what you can get at just a community college. It's not worth it. This, just based off of the dollar amount that you're going to pay and the time you're going to put in, it might be worth it. I'm not telling you it's absolutely worth it.
It's backed by a huge company. I mean,
and it's backed, and it's subsidized.
Huge companies, really.
I have two questions, or two follow-ups. One, So for a lot of certificates, you get like your project management certificates, internal audit certificates, stuff like that. You actually do have to maintain that with fees yearly and continued education. Do you have to do that for this?
No. These are entry level certificates now, and also on this point, these are I mean, just like most tech certificates though, like you get an A+ certification or a network certification or network plus or security plus certification through CompTIA. You do not have to renew them, as far as I understand. Please, somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong.
A yearly fee just to maintain it.
No. Like I have a Adobe Dreamweaver HTML CSS certification. I never have to renew that. I don't have to pay any fees. It was kind of expensive just to get the thing, but just to take the test, it was like $100 and something bucks. Yeah. But that was a 50% discount.
Right, but it's a nice way to back your certification of like, I know how to use these programs.
Right. I know how to use Dreamweaver, which is the easiest.
I feel like you can put that on your resume these days and kind of like have videos out showing how to use it, but to be backed by, Adobe, I passed their courses and said, I can do this.
Yeah.
So
I think another benefit of this type of stuff being out there for affordable costs, it's going to repurpose folks that are maybe halfway through their working lives or getting close to the end, but their job that they're currently used to working is no longer available.
Right.
And I think that's going to be you're going to see a big shift of that in the future. People finding new jobs just because, the workforce is changing how it looks, what jobs are available.
Big time.
It's going to have to change. It's going to have to change fast. And so stuff like this is definitely going to help prepare that, because we're going to need, people are just going to continue to be unemployed.
Yeah.
People are going to need to find new jobs.
If
and this
a robot's
is
driving your truck, it's like, there you go.
Now I would also say if robots start taking over, I'm not going to harp on this too long, but there needs to be a basic living wage that goes to all citizens.
Yeah, we can go into that, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I'm pro UBI.
Health insurance in America is the worst.
It is.
It's pretty terrible.
It is the worst.
And
I actually do want to tangent into this.
Okay.
I actually like the UBI discussion personally.
I'm gonna say one thing
universal,
too.
The universal basic income convention.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get into a health
one last
insurance
thing,
debate, because that could go
just
crazy.
As I mentioned earlier, I'm in my 30s and thinking about having a baby.
Yeah.
Thinking about impregnating myself and having a baby. But his
wife refuses to carry his child.
Because my wife said, no, I'm not carrying your child.
Yeah.
She said it was personal. Something about my looks. I don't know. But anyway, so one thing I actually found out, I don't know the exact number. America, as far as developed nations, has a really high infant mortality rate as far as delivery deaths of mother and baby, and it's super high for how much this costs and how much we're tooting our horns about being the best. Infant mortality rate is super high here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into a healthcare debate, but I had no idea. I called BS as soon as I heard that statistic, looked it up, and we suck at having babies in the United States.
There's
People
a lot
die
of reasons
every day.
for that, though. And a lot of reasons for the person carrying the babies are always unhealthy. That's the problem, too.
Well, but, that goes back to the health structure as a whole.
Right.
That
stems from that.
Rate stems to
if you have some lady with diabetes, while she's pregnant and also eating McDonald's every day,
goes
going against the rules.
Underpaid and undertrained staff. And it also goes to really, really crappy facilities and crappy.
I personally dealt with
physicians.
My wife's mom had literally saved a newborn's life in a hospital while we were, giving birth to one of our children. So, because they said they were understaffed.
Did you say your mother-in-law?
Yeah, my mother-in-law saved a baby's life.
Is she a nurse, or
she was a practice nurse. She was a trained nurse.
I didn't know that. Well, not that I know your mother-in-law that well, but I know Jess. I just don't.
She had almost. I don't know if she completely finished school, but she had gone through it 100%.
Yeah.
And really, it wasn't even there was a baby choking to death on its own fluids, and she heard it going on. The lady's asking for help. They didn't plug in her bed, and here you go. Now you got They were understaffed, and I chewed them out and was like, "This isn't Fridays. You can't be understaffed. These are people's lives."
Probably because she didn't show them her insurance card yet. That's probably why.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. It is funny though, because I went from having like the crappy insurance to the nicer one now. Really doesn't make a difference. I mean, it's all crap in America.
They just want to see if you got it.
Yeah, they want to make sure you have it first off. Period.
And if you want to see like a big like tell that American insurance is effed like really bad, look at how much prescription drugs cost here versus in other developed nations, and it's insane.
Do you ever see those posts on Reddit?
It's insane. Well, honestly, that's what initially opened my eyes to it. Is all the
$8,000 worth of fluids, or like this is $1,000 worth of pills.
Yeah,
it's like one little handful.
Recently, Do you know that one? Did you read any more into that?
No, I barely.
So do you know? I'm pretty sure if it was the same one I was looking at, do you know? Do you know who it was?
No.
So
Magic Johnson.
No, he's an Iraq or Afghan war veteran who is taking like a whole bunch of like pain medication, and there's something else too. I think he's like PTSD. Like it's. I mean, he's a vet. Like he's not. It's not just like I don't know. Not to say that somebody running in the middle of the streets isn't worth it too, but this is a guy who served his country. Yeah, and you're not gonna like. I don't know. The VA is not taking care of him.
Inhalers are also jacked up here. Like those are expensive here compared to
inhalers.
Inhalers.
Just like a
EpiPens. It's insane. I think there was a company that figured out a way to make an EpiPen
for like $10.
$10, which hopefully changed the game.
Here's what's gonna happen with this is technology will beat most. I mean, technology is
the rich person's gonna prevent it from happening.
Maybe
block it and.
If you look at it with almost everything else, though, eventually somebody comes out with a cheaper solution and just totally undercuts all of those companies. I mean, I can now get almost every type of meter that you need to check on yourself, blood meters, high blood pressure machines. You can get all these cheap on Amazon, or cheap through a startup company, cheap through this thing, and pretty much test everything yourself. So I mean, for the most part.
So I wanna kind of harp on that for just a second. The idea
we still have to get back to Jacob.
That's
I kind of cut him off for
mine's not important actually. It's not that important.
No,
Let's go back
to.
You're good.
I've actually been quite enthralled by everyone's like kind of discussions kind of going around. Like the only point I wanted to make about the Coursera is kind of very coinciding with what we're discussing as a whole and the general theme about challenging the status quo. And when it comes to Coursera and other online courses, we're dealing with leveraging the internet to challenge the privatized college system, which is ridiculous because it's beaten the rates of private colleges have beaten inflation like consistently for decades. Like that's a lot. Like that's. And when you're dealing where you're also now you have to get private loan. It's like okay, well it's like those are not safe, my guy.
It's nuts how expensive school is.
Yeah,
like it is insane.
Well, and that's kind of and then that's another reason I was kind of like I said, I'm not saying that college is not important. I'm just saying that at this day and age, college is not an opportunity for everyone. It's not. I mean, realistically, unless you want to spend the rest of your life in debt. Like I know you've paid your debts off. I know
I'm not saying like it's. I hate to say it's impossible, and the rest of your life is a big deal. Yeah. Like I'm just. I'm good. Thanks. I don't want to spin it in a way because it's super painful and it's super tough, and I'm really fortunate that that's happened for me. Yeah. Because most people it doesn't work out that way. Yeah. But I would still say, even if you have to choose between getting into college and then being in debt for the next 20 years, go to college and be in debt for the next 20 years.
Okay, yeah. No.
Across the board, yeah.
But, and again, that kind of, and this kind of goes back to the whole, I don't know, financial situation of the lowest class in our society. And that is, actually, I don't want to say our lowest class in our society. I want to say the middle class of our society.
Literally the class that's stuck in between that doesn't qualify for the grants.
We are a debt-driven society, and that's not true when you look at other nations. When you look at
even like when you're dealing with like lower class of society, like even just maybe someone riding poverty, like you're even like FAFSA, even a lot of like government-based grants doesn't always cover everything.
Yeah, FAFSA is your actual application though.
Right.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Well, but let's talk about the one grant that pretty much almost everyone of an economic status that we currently have is available. That's available, and that's the Pale Grant.
Yeah.
How much is the Pale Grant? Let's talk about that. Like $2,500 a year? Is that a year or a semester? I think it might be a semester.
It's a year.
Either way, let's just even say it's $2,500 a semester. How much of your tuition would that actually cover now?
Well,
if you're at a major university.
Yeah. Even if you're just at like, I got my degree from UNT. I think UNT is a great school, but even if you're just at a school like UNT, more of like a public type college.
Yeah.
Tuition's still high there.
Let's put public in quotes because they're
definitely moving up in the tier for sure.
Right. And no, it's just not only that. It's just college. The college education system is receiving less and less funding, and is relying more and more on revenue from other avenues, and that includes your tuition and merchandise. I mean, especially when you talk about schools like UT and A&M. Merchandising is huge for those schools.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it makes up a big chunk of their budget, but
it does.
It kind of does.
Like, think about how much, like, if you have a good football team, think about how much that makes your school.
Right.
They make so much off the athletes. I mean, think about that. Should we be paying the athletes since they don't make any money for literally destroying their brains?
You think in a way that they do because they pay for them in the form of scholarships.
Yeah.
And there's actually been tons of like college players coming out and say,
but does that compare to how much money they make?
Hey, if you need anything, just let me know. I got your back. And then they would just hand you a lunch sack filled with cash to go do whatever you needed to do.
That's illegal.
That is illegal.
It
100%.
Yeah.
They can't do that. They can't take a bribe.
Yeah.
They can't. I mean,
but is it a bribe or is it just a favor?
How much money? Well, I mean, come on. Let's see what the lawyer has to, or the judge has to decide.
I don't know. That's kind of an I guess it goes into sort of an ethical question because what's his name? The A&M
Menzel, when he signed those signatures.
Menzel, when he signed them and was getting money from his signature.
$30,000 a piece.
And
he was actually donating the money too, I believe.
I don't care.
I mean, regardless, it shouldn't matter.
Regardless, it shouldn't matter. In my opinion, this is one of those times when my own viewpoint on this seems weird to me. Because I don't like the guy. I didn't like Johnny Manziel. I thought he was kind of a dick.
No, he's addicted to cocaine.
Yeah, but the idea that you're not allowed to sell your own property. I mean, intellectual property. I would consider your signature on an item intellectual property.
Well, I think it was signatures of pictures of him in an A&M uniform was that
issue. What the big issue was?
I think that's...
So it's a copyright claim.
I think honestly... So I think that was the issue, but it honestly could be a thing where he's signing an agreement while he's playing... He can't profit from his... college football career.
That's either way. The only thing that's scummy about it is a lot of the higher up staff at colleges are profiting a lot off of their kids getting destroyed.
We can't even talk about the awful things that are happening with college staff profiting off of people in awful ways, like with the Olympic stuff that just came out, and like Michigan State.
Stuff. Well, and that's not a monetary profit either. That's more of a personal gain kind of thing.
Personal gain and monetary.
Anyways,
I want to go back to
I'm in a dark void. Apparently, I'm just like looking at the lights.
Yeah.
You said thanks for the bits, and then you just spaced out into the abyss while we forgot you existed.
Oh God! I guess it didn't update.
Hadn't updated
What did it say?
Well, this actually...
Why is Boldt in a dark void?
On our side, we actually have a screen that shows like...
Is that because you
delayed
just look
chat
darker?
And then...
Oh, it's because you're frozen.
You're frozen.
You are definitely frozen.
At the moment.
Am I frozen?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're just like going off into some weird...
You know, I kind of like Frozen Jacob more than Live Jacob.
That's kind of... I don't know if that's good or bad.
I mean that in the nicest...
Does that mean can I leave now since Frozen Jacob's got this
against
covered?
Greeks.
Frozen Jacob's got it covered.
Look, that is a good picture of Jacob, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it should be your MySpace.
There we go.
I like how the outdoors is behind you.
The out.
Yeah.
The outside. We've never been out there before. But let's get back to universal income. Like
universal basic income.
Trent, let's go around the room. Who thinks it's a good idea? Trent.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's something that if we if we want to progress as a society, it's a good idea.
Now, haven't they tried it?
They are currently trying it. Yes,
They're currently trying.
There are a couple
Finland
countries that are
and I believe
using UBI.
So do you
need to restart?
What?
The
Hey,
program.
Jacob, what province in Canada? Do you know what province in Canada
I'm
is doing
looking
it?
it up right now.
But
we
yeah.
have this. Hold on.
I want to say it's wherever Edmonton is, which I think is British Columbia, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I don't know Canadian geography that well, but name one American who doesn't live within 10 minutes of the Canadian border.
Now, I will say, Canada is a gorgeous place to go visit.
I've always wanted to go to Canada.
Should.
I can't believe I haven't.
We should
I
go,
have a passport
we
now.
should go to the Boreal Forest in the winter.
I've
You know
been
what?
there 3 times. It's great.
When I get like a regular job and we get some vacation time,
Okay,
me
here,
and
I'm
you
gonna-
and
Bolt is your camera.
our
on.
wives
Camping.
are gonna go camping
Should we?
in
We should.
yeah.
We should go camping in general, man.
Yeah.
Whenever
Just
it
not
cools
fun
down
in-
some.
And Ryan and Jess with the kids. Well, with the kids, could you take the kids? Maybe when they're older.
Yeah,
'cause, I
one
mean-
years from now.
Yeah, let's go like 10 years from now.
Because
Yeah,
he
that's
kind
what I
of
say
has
to
a,
everyone
he
when
kind
it
of
comes
has
to
a
kids.
newborn right now.
Yeah, newborns aren't
Yeah.
great on campsites.
My family is like, "Hey, we're going to Disney World. You want to go?" No, I can't, because I'm not dealing with that.
yeah.
Just taking them to the lake this weekend or this week
Alright,
was
Oh,
hard.
you took them to the
I
lake
bet.
though.
Oh, it was very difficult.
There is
Super
a
difficult. We left
successful
within 15 minutes.
UBI pilot
Seriously?
program in Meancomb,
Man.
Canada. There's another one.
It was the local lake though, just us.
Yeah.
Nambia has actually also done one.
Did you say Nambia?
Nambia, yes.
Is that in
Nambia.
Africa?
Yes.
Wakanda is actually in Africa.
Pradesh.
Wakanda?
Basically,
Wakanda.
Madhya Pradesh, India.
Who you know,
Of course.
We also have. Well, Alaska technically has a UBI, but it's not called a UBI.
Your
Yeah,
air track
it's-
infection? UTI?
Okay, so what, Jacob? You said you were pro.
Yeah, I'm pro.
Ryan,
You know,
don't play devil's advocate just to do it. Just say what you really think.
what I actually really
What you
legitimately
really
believe.
legitimately
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
There you go. We can talk devil's advocate in a minute, but I want to hear everyone's
Yes,
what
personally,
you actually believe
I
before
personally
we
believe-
confuse our listeners.
I believe it could solve some of the issues in our society. Yes.
I believe everyone in America has the right to have a place to live and food to eat. Because guess what? It's freaking America, you know? Like, we
Okay.
should all have at least a crappy apartment and some
Yeah.
crappy food. And healthcare, you know, that should be part of the package.
So actually, never mind.
Go.
It's my issue. My reasoning behind having a UBI, right, is that the current government assistance programs that we have,
They suck.
it's not that they
bad.
suck. They're well designed to benefit corporations and property owners.
Yeah.
And hear my reasoning behind this, right? So, me and my girlfriend are currently looking for a new apartment. And we found one that was well priced. It was within our price range. And we're like, hey, this is great. It's a 2-bedroom. It's like $875 a month, which is under our limit by far. But I was like, awesome, you know? But it's not that far under our limit. I don't want to qualify that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that far under our limit for a 2-bedroom apartment, but it's under our limit. So I was like, and we look, and it has washer and dryer hookups. It's perfect. Wow, pets, it's great. And then we call the place and we're like, hey, you know, we're interested in an apartment. And they're like, okay, can we get like your annual income? And I want to clarify something. We do not make a lot of money. Like, we do not make a lot of money. I mean, I make a decent amount. I make enough. I can't complain about what I make, but I'm not wealthy by any standard. And neither is she. She basically, she's in school. We're both in school, so it's not like we're working both retail jobs. We don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'll just say our income together is under 70,000. So that's 2 people, income under 70,000. Well under 70,000. And they would not rent to us because we made too much money because they are a government assistance.
Yep. I've ran into that in my life.
It is, so you actually kind of dodged a bullet because Section 8 homes and stuff like that, it kind of ends up being kind of, I hate to say a shit show,
Oh,
but
probably,
it usually ends up being a shit show because
Right, but
the system is broken.
So the system's broken, yeah. So that led me into looking into Section 8 housing and like why it exists, what happened, like what. So this Section 8 housing, this does not benefit the renter. I mean, a little bit. It gets the renter. It does. It does to an extent. But who makes the most money out of it?
So
who benefits the most out of it?
The person that buys the property and then gets the subsidy. So I mean, in theory, Section 8 housing works great, but the problem is usually the people are stacked into Section 8 homes and overpopulated areas, and
it all also kind of runs down the neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
it drops property values.
I mean,
it destroys property values. I can't tell you how many people I talk to in my line of work where they literally had to just like abandon the homes. Like, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah,
Section 8 takes over and ruins the neighborhood.
Yeah, parts of my sister's neighborhood where she purchased a house where they were trying to grow that area.
Got Section 8?
Yeah, Section 8, and then some of the houses just started falling apart. It's like people won't, I mean, there's no reason for them to take care of them if they're not theirs. Yeah. You know?
Well, no, and
there is, but like, yeah.
And I think
people are lazy.
And honestly, I think it should be, instead of like an assistance like for a temporary, like what if it was something where you're getting assistance and it's rent to own? Like it's a government entity and you're actually paying X amount of dollars over time, and maybe that could increase depending on your situation. Or
but
really,
we don't make tons
where you
of
own
money
it.
off of other people that way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's the very problem. Like,
yeah.
And it's all easier said than done. But I mean, to me, like that's the main problem. It's like why are the areas usually worse? Because they're renters.
Yeah.
They're not responsible for fixing the property, for making sure it stays livable or maintenance or anything.
That's why there's like apartments where maintenance happens on purpose, and there's maintenance people, and there you go. But yeah. But then, so what happens when we give everyone free money? Like, what happens if we give some lazy person $1,500 a month?
You know what's crazy?
Can they live
What
off
if we had
1,500?
universal healthcare? Like, it just honestly, healthcare was free for everyone. You didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean,
well.
How are you going to pay the doctor, though?
Well, no, it exists. I mean, universal healthcare does exist in
taxes.
a lot of countries.
Yeah, it exists in a lot of places.
No, but you have to scale, because think about it. Like, the countries you're speaking of are very small compared to America. In population size, by far.
Not in population density, though.
Yeah, I would honestly say there's definitely
up, though.
Well, no, but I mean,
but if you're talking like in the most populated cities in Canada, they definitely would hold their own in a most populated city in the United States.
I was about to say, so the big numbers question.
Let's go.
The big numbers question with universal healthcare is population density, not full actual quantity, like the actual population. It's population density.
So, and I would honestly just say, like, if you think about,
look at this.
Oh wow! So Toronto is only at 4.7 million.
But Canada, remember, Canada is not the only country with universal health care.
I was just thinking because it's just
right.
relative.
It's right here. But England, Denmark,
Australia.
Denmark and England are probably good examples because they're densely populated. They have a education. England actually has an education level similar to the U.S. So yeah, 53 million compared to 300 million. That we have a population of 300 million in America. Yeah, it's about the population of California.
All right, that's England compared to one state in the United States.
No.
But you also have to think, where's this money going to be primarily coming from? Taxes, right?
Right.
Sure.
So there's definitely going to be more money coming from taxes, right?
The only way this happens is if we get rid of the military.
Okay, I got a question.
Or reduce it by a lot, which is fine.
Good question. Good. Can you Google something for me too?
Yeah.
Same thing. England and California. England. Google California GDP and England GDP. Okay. Now Google England GDP.
We have turned off all of our viewers, by the way.
Probably.
Yeah, I know, for real. We did.
No, they're still here.
Some of them are still here.
Are you guys still here? You guys are still here, right?
It's hard to see.
What Z sheet? Why couldn't you pop up like nicely?
But here you're talking about. There you go. 2.624 trillion, right? Go back to California.
It was 2.44 trillion.
2.44
so
trillion.
you're talking about
similar GDPs,
and that's just
similar
one
population.
State. Yeah.
We can do it.
And honestly, it would have to be. It can be controlled by the state.
Period. We can do
I
it.
believe they actually tried. I'm sure. I think they're trying some things per state.
I think
I don't know if it's healthcare, but it's
one of
something similar.
The big reason why people are so like proponently against it is because the cost of healthcare in America is artificially inflated.
Well,
Yeah, it is, and that's the problem.
so do you know why?
Profit.
Our health insurance.
Yes.
That too.
The health insurance companies have artificially inflated cost of healthcare since their inception in the
pharmaceutical
early
industry
early
has
1900s.
artificially inflated the cost of pharmaceuticals and medicine too.
Oh, check this out.
It doesn't cost that much money to make medicine, guys.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
England also wouldn't let a parent treat their child. A judge ruled that.
Okay, so yes, I read the same article, and that's okay. How exactly was that phrased there?
Said ruled that Alfie Evans had to die. True story. Armed guards outside the hospital so parents couldn't take the child.
Okay, can we get a link to that?
For Alfie Evans.
I would like to see why the kid
I'm
would
kinda
had
curious
to die
too.
and they couldn't take the child.
While you're looking that up, pretty much though, like it's not only like I guess healthcare.
The Guardian. No, what? There we go. Yeah, BBC. Just BBC's. Believe it or not, usually
You
unbiased.
gotta stay away from the Guardian or the Catholic Times. That's for sure.
Did Pace wrote my Gladiator?
Frank Dishon died.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So was this a
support.
situation where the hospital deemed his condition to be too severe, to beyond repair, and then they pulled life support?
Basically, yes.
So, and I think
sounds
that's
reasonable.
Well, so that's been an ongoing debate. Like, anytime you watch a presidential campaign debate or any type of debate between politicians, that's the first tactic that's brought up by the opposing side.
You lose your freedom.
You lose your freedom within the
with your
healthcare system.
choices. Yes,
It's really sad though.
it is sad.
It's definitely
No,
sad.
I know, but I mean, if a kid's, I mean, if someone now, like, you know,
Okay.
there's been some miracles happen,
So-
but if a kid is, if somebody's on life support and they pull the plug because it's like what, cost efficient or effective that costs so much to keep someone alive for no reason.
So I think
Yeah.
we're asking
If it's
trolley
like
question now.
Yeah,
Do you?
this is a whole different thing.
No, it is a trolley question.
It's a trolley question because are you going to? It's 1 versus 10, 1 versus 2. Like when do you draw the line?
Right.
When do you pull the lever?
So the comment, I think the follow-up comments. I can't read it from here.
Said Italy offered treatment and the government refused to let him go. Kid
So
lived off life support for days. They wouldn't feed the child.
quick point on the Italy offered treatment. There was a I believe an Italian doctor. It was not a guaranteed treatment. It was an experimental treatment,
So,
and Italy offered treatment.
Not
yes.
to go too off track. So, one thing Trump actually did. Now, I didn't read the whole bill. Forgive me, I'm not a politician.
Yes.
I didn't read the whole bill, but the whole premise of the bill was signing to allow experiment. I think it was called the right to treatment,
The right to
experimental treatment, to
Yeah,
where
I'm down for
as a
that.
United States citizen, if there is an experimental drug out there that's maybe not approved by the FDA or whomever,
You can sign off.
you have the right to sign off and try the drug if
down with
there's a
that.
chance that it could actually
Definitely,
save you.
if you're like gonna die or something horrible is happening to you.
Yeah.
'Cause I know that's how someone recently got oh crap, what is
Right to try. Thank you, Travis.
Right to try.
So wait, is this like something that's getting passed, or is it something that?
Yeah, he signed off on it like
really?
2 days ago. Yeah, I know.
That's
I said,
exciting.
I was on the beach drunk, and I read the highlight snippets of it, and it made me really happy.
Okay,
because if it is what it says it is, and there's not a bunch of
terminally ill
and
patients.
kind of on that, just on the kids, Alfie, the kid's story, and I know it's a heartbreaking and heartwarming story on whatever side you want to look at. Here's the facts of it all. Is one, if they were allowed to move their child to Italy to seek this treatment, we don't know if he would have lived. It was a chance. And two, had that child also been living in America, he would have been refused treatment.
Yep.
That treatment because he couldn't pay for it.
Yep.
So let's really dig down and see which system is better.
Worse?
Is it better to have a treatment that you can't afford, or better to have a treatment that you get refused? Let's really ask that
in
question.
Canada, they would have waited a week or two before he got any treatment.
Well, but that's not always the case. It's easy to pick out the small cases or the certain situations where someone had to wait too long and they passed away.
I've talked to a lot of people who live in Canada. I have friends who live in Canada, and they say it is horrible.
Right, and
they have to wait you have a broken arm and have to wait weeks, and now they have to re-break it and fix your arm because you can't get into a hospital.
And there's not going to be any system that works perfectly, but
there's going to be.
The fact of the matter is, it's good to have these ideas going, so we can try to make our system better. Because right now our system is fucked.
You know, one of the
and not to use a bad word, but man. It is insane how much health insurance costs here, and it's all for no reason.
I will tell you right now that I have a wife and 4 kids, and it is double my mortgage.
Yep,
which is ridiculous.
It's just me and my wife, and
guess what?
I'm paying almost $350 a paycheck.
It doesn't give you everything. It doesn't give you anything really, and this is supposed to be the best health insurance there is, and you still walk out paying cash to do stuff.
All you get is like a yearly checkup. It's like, hey, are you still alive? Good job.
You're living.
You get a gold star.
This is where I'm going to harp on Obamacare for a minute, because I don't think it solved any problems. All it did was make us pay the insurance companies. That's it.
Well,
like no, I get it.
It's a start.
It created healthcare plans for impoverished individuals.
It's to get more people in the pool, and then now you can kind of try to manipulate it from there.
Right.
But it's hard to do when you have 4-year election cycles. I mean, come on. Let me put this here. I'm sorry. Let me put this on the big screen. Can you see this?
Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah.
Before we actually transition off right to try, I just want to point out that I think it's really exciting.
This is big.
Well, it's really cool.
You can make your own choice.
Well, and
because
somebody's gonna throw a Hail Mary.
Well,
yeah,
and
it could work
100%.
It allows companies who are developing highly experimental drugs to serve and treat like really niche cases, really fringe conditions, to push into human testing
I agree on
much
that one,
sooner, which will progress the rate at which we create effective drugs much faster. Like, that's super cool.
But you also got to think, so what I don't like about it, it's a step in the right direction, but terminally ill Americans to try medicines that have passed phase 1 of the FDA approval process. So there are tons of stuff out there that isn't FDA approved just because the FDA is being lobbied by someone else to prevent it from going into place. I mean, we can't be blind to the fact that that's how it is.
Yeah. Oh, quick on the Obama raised healthcare premiums everywhere. It's dead now. So, well, Obamacare's not dead. The individual mandate is dead.
Yeah, well, that's what he said.
It's actually no. Let's caveat. That's a caveat to that. It's not dead yet, and it may not be because health insurance companies don't want it to be dead. And 2,
so you're actually getting paid now?
Huh?
They're actually getting paid more now.
Right, yeah. I mean, health insurance companies benefit off of it, and they have a huge lobby in Congress, so why would Congress kill it? And healthcare companies have a huge lobby in the Republican Congress, so let's not kid ourselves and think that Republicans are going to kill the individual mandate. They're going to talk about it and bullshit around the issue for a year or 2. They're going to get reelected, and they're not going to do anything about it.
Well, that's honestly why nothing ever really passed, and why the full Obamacare never got really appealed, is because they couldn't figure out anything that would actually work to fix it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, there's no true Republican or Democrat out there. They don't believe what they're talking about. They don't care. They want the individual mandate because it makes people have insurance.
Yeah,
that's it. And their lobbyists pay them to tell you that it's bad so that they can keep it going. Honestly,
so, back to the right to try.
Quick thing. Other thing on that point, it did not raise premiums everywhere. That's a false statement. Travis? It's not completely true that it raised premiums everywhere. Like, and this is just my point of view. My premiums did not go up at all.
It's because you're a wealthy white male.
Maybe it's because I'm in good health, and maybe it's because I don't use my insurance that much. But my premiums did not go up. They stayed the exact same with the exact same company that I've been with the entire time.
Mine stayed the same, just super high.
Yeah,
still.
I mean, I've had my insurance since 2011. My insurance premiums have not changed one bit.
Mine's gone up every year.
Well, mine's gone up a little bit since 2011, but there was no significant push after Obamacare came out. So there was a little bit, but I mean, it's not significant. It's the same as every year.
I just assume it's a cost that I have to eat, but it's still completely useless.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I don't know. I have to Google that. I don't think they completely killed the individual mandate. I still believe you. Let me look that up.
Well, let's shift gears.
We need to. Healthcare is boring.
It's not. It's just a serious issue, and everyone has.
It's
also very
issue.
complicated. I mean, we're not going to figure it out here at this table. I mean, the thing is, we can't have $12 billion aircraft carriers and also have healthcare for everyone. Yeah. We can't. We can't have how many $1 trillion? What's that?
Sieg. Who's this? What's his name?
Chad?
Is that Chad? Okay.
Yeah.
Chad. He brings up a good point. Said his premiums didn't go up, but his coverage went down. I gotta agree.
Yeah, my coverage
is getting worse and worse every year.
That's not covered. That just reminds me of the South Park was saying. Oh, that's not covered.
So one thing I actually learned too recently, the cost of having a child, like, you know, the hospital stay and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's not even a good stay either.
So that's actually not covered a majority of the time by insurance.
No, they cover a percentage of it.
And there's actually a ton, like a majority of employers don't actually pay for that.
No, it's a whole different insurance. If you don't see, you know what's funny about that? We got pregnant on accident again while not having the extra pregnancy coverage that you need. So just in case you get pregnant, you got to have the pregnancy coverage. Otherwise, you know what's weird about that, though? Let me tell you something weird about that. We didn't have the pregnancy coverage. We go to our gynecologist. Guess what? He says, you know what? I'll take cash. Way cheaper than having insurance.
Yep.
Way cheaper. He was like, you know what? Under the table cash is way cheaper. So that's how, you know, if you're going.
This is all hypothetical.
He did not. No, it wasn't even under the table, though. This is legitimate. If you pay your doctors in cash, this isn't even real cash. Like credit card, I'm saying, if you just say uninsured, you get better rates.
Yeah, because it's just going straight to them.
What the crap?
They don't have to file and fight with an insurance company. But yet I have
to have insurance for what reason? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You have to have a middleman.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Do you really?
But that's what an insurance company is.
That's all it is.
An insurance company is a middleman.
Let me go just pay my doctor. No? Is that too impossible?
Well, the issue with that is what happens if hold on, the Charles dude, talk about why they had so many different James Bonds or why they shift so many times Fast and the Furious. All right, so I would honestly say
I like that.
I'd like to. Okay.
Why do they shift so many times?
So they do shift so many times because you have to have something to do that looks interesting when you're driving a car. I drive a stick. Now I drive basically a stick that's a lawnmower, so it's not.
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
It's not the same. But I will say, there's no effing reason for that guy to be shifting and downshifting that many times.
Hey,
in those movies.
No, hold on, downshift.
Unless you want to just see Vin Diesel's muscles just going. Boom.
You know what's funny? I'll still make noises for my kids when they're in the car. Yeah. Like they think it's so cool because they don't know how standard works. And like I'll be like, oh, this is the cool race car. That's why they call it a race car. Not cool at all. But I'll even make more noises and shift more, just so they'll be like, yeah, that's so cool.
So last thing, Chad said that he wrecked his Harley in October. They tried to charge insurance $60,000 for a doctor that never came. You know what? I've actually heard that happen too many times.
Thanks, Charles, too, for the follow. Yeah. Appreciate
you, man.
Thanks, Mr. Charles.
Thank you.
Hey, that's what sucks is you have to fight. Like I had a kid at the beginning of the year, and then I had a vasectomy. Very good idea, right? The vasectomy anyway.
Yeah.
But you
downshifted in the right way.
Right, that's a good downshift. But the kid definitely covered all of my, up to my family premium, whatever the crap it is, the total. but yet now I still had to pay cash to get my vasectomy done.
Yeah.
And now I have to go fight with him to say, no, I hit my top, so insurance, please pay them. Like, I have to make, you have to call and fight and do all this crap.
Yep.
When really you shouldn't have to do any of that. You should be able to, insurance card, I'm gold, baby.
Boom.
So
I actually had a discussion with a guy at work who is starting a company that's dealing with big data, machine learning, and healthcare.
interesting.
And the whole
HIPAA violations all across
Yeah,
the board.
it's all right in the. It's all.
But I actually questioned him about that, and he said, yeah, it's actually causing some problems, but the whole goal...
Yeah, it turns out when I steal your healthcare information,
It's illegal.
it's illegal. And it shuts down my whole operations.
He's trying to sell services or create a service for hospitals to automate a lot of processes that occur. And like, really, why aren't we there yet?
Yeah.
You can walk into, if you walk into an ER, everyone in that front room
Yeah.
could be replaced by a computer.
Yeah.
But
so
you know what? We don't want computers though.
No. The doctor's still going to be a person. The person sticking needles in you is still going to be a person.
Maybe.
But there's still so much that
I'd
could be
rather have a computer
automated.
do surgery, and they do.
So I just wanted to go back real quick. The whole Tax Cuts and Jobs Act
Did we
did.
talk about James Bond?
It did actually. It did actually remove the individual
I have an
mandate.
answer for that. Don't you
Didn't
worry.
remove the individual mandate starting 2019, but does not account for the increased premiums or really any of the further issues created by Obamacare. So essentially, good. You don't have to pay if you don't want health insurance, but if you already do have health insurance, your premiums are going to be higher.
Yeah.
Because it did not account for all the uninsured people now. So, yeah, it kind of worked.
So
Kind of. Good
It's
luck.
getting close to 12:30 right now, so I want to talk about some more lighthearted subjects. So I actually have a recommendal.
A recommend.
You're going to recommend...
I'm going to recommend some type of media that you're going to consume because it's
okay.
You're
effing
gonna recommend
amazing.
BTO.
universal health care for everyone.
No, I'm actually...
No, I'm kidding.
So you know what I don't have?
What?
Cable.
Pride Week.
I was gonna say a child, but that works too.
You know
Yeah,
what's...
you could do that. He doesn't technically
What did you say?
have a child.
Hey,
Say
just have
technically,
the
I don't
child
mean-
at home. You can do it, man.
So
YouTube it.
I'm going to recommend two things. One, so when I was in Florida, I got to watch cable for the first time ever, and it was actually
First time
pretty-
ever, or in a long time.
in like 5 or
years.
6
Okay.
years. Yeah,
That's
at least 6
basically
years.
ever.
That's
Not
basically ever.
Basically ever.
Because well, you know how it goes through like a shift. Like you
Yeah.
could talk about commercials all day, and I wouldn't
guess
know what
that's
you're
true.
talking
My
about.
children don't know what a commercial is.
Impractical Jokers. If you haven't seen that show, it's funny.
It's a little
I don't
It's
know.
cheesy, but it is funny.
I'm not a fan. Sorry.
How are you not a fan?
They might have gotten better though.
Maybe.
Do they have
honestly,
content on YouTube?
the shtick is great. I get it.
What
I
is-
know it's probably
just
50%
cheesy.
staged, but it's basically these four
Are these
friends
guys playing
that they
D&D?
basically go and play Jackass and they
Yeah.
do comedy bits. And so honestly, I thought about going into this. This show could be completely staged,
Yes.
and it probably is completely staged. And you know what? I'm okay with it because it's actually pretty funny. And it's some of the stuff that they say, the comedy bits, pretty good. That's the one cable recommendal
Is this the one
I
where they
wanted to do.
steal people's shopping carts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do all sorts of stuff. Like they go do weird stuff on TV.
they basically have someone in their ear, and they're having to, like they're being told to do ridiculous things, and they have to do them.
Yeah. It's.
But I even think they do stand-up shows.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they're
have
not-
like a full tour of like stand-up comedy.
a little cheesy, but honestly, like there's some funny stuff in there. And honestly, I should watch it with my kids because they would
Exactly.
love it. It's family
that was
friendly.
one thing I liked about it.
It is family
It's
friendly.
family friendly.
Yeah.
And that's
It
like
can just be
hard
on
to find
e-
in 2018.
It really
It
is.
really is.
Especially with some of the crap that's on TV now. Now, a second recommendal, which is not family friendly, One Punch Man. Watch
Oh,
it
the
now.
What?
Yeah.
That is
Watch
totally
that
family
now.
friendly.
You know
That
what? I
is
actually
not
watched the first episode with my kids, and they were like,
really
"What
good.
is this?"
It's
So
really
good.
good. Did you wait? Did you just recently watch it?
I have honestly only seen the second half. I didn't even watch the first half because I wasn't really feeling getting it.
I wasn't.
No, it's an anime.
No,
I wasn't
series.
feeling getting into a new anime right away. I'm still kind of hung up on Hunter x Hunter because of how good that was, and I watched the second half of this show all the way to the end with my wife, and effing amazing.
We watched episode 1 with my kids. They thought it was crazy.
Sorry, I can't get out of my head, like, because I have not seen One Punch Man.
Okay.
I can't. I just seen so many memes about One Punch Man. I feel like I don't want to watch it.
Top notch.
Here's the important thing about it.
It is so funny.
It is a shonen anime that makes fun of shonen anime. It's
Think of like a Dragon Ball Z parody without all the BS.
Okay.
Without all the BS
And an adult version.
And it's it has better pacing than Dragon Ball.
I feel like
way better pacing than Dragon Ball.
Did you ever watch Hunter x Hunter?
Look,
no, I've not watched
just like the freaking show says. I mean, he just literally one punches people.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
that's the whole shtick.
Yeah, that's his thing.
He just punches
you got
people.
somebody powering up and they think they're so cool and they're like, oh my gosh, you can't defeat him, and then he just goes through and boom, that's it,
and they're
Done.
gone.
game over.
It doesn't kill its story with
this
that shtick though.
It's kind of hilarious.
And that's a sign of great writing.
Here comes the one punch. Oh, did he fake it?
I'm guessing that he put his hand close to. Oh,
He's just. I don't know.
What the
it's
hell?
ridiculous, man.
all right. I
watched
might
one
have to
episode
check
and
it
I
out.
laughed. And that
Charles
was it.
recommended Sword Art Online. You know what? I gotta second that. If you're looking for a good anime that's gonna keep you occupied for a long time,
SAO is actually pretty good.
Sword Art Online, that'll keep you
It's
going
pretty good.
for a
Sword
long
Art
time.
Online is very fun, actually. I watched I think the first
good.
2
It's just
seasons.
good.
There were some weird it's funny because I had my kids watching it with me, but there were some weird Asian sexual things, you know,
Asian sexual.
Wait, you can't define anime
Japanese
without weird
romance.
Japanese romance.
with the girl the skirt's a little short and the guy's all you know,
Alright.
it's just super awkward interactions and they're kind of
So
what are they doing?
Here's a thing to not Google.
Don't Google this.
Because I'm looking for a specific
Don't
anime.
Google- okay.
It's about this kindergarten
one after
kid.
you, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's about this kid. No.
Whoa.
It's hilarious.
Wait, I know exactly what
Do you know
you're
what I'm talking about?
Shin-chan.
Shin-chan.
That's exactly what
it's
you're talking
so funny.
about.
But I can't Google it.
It's hilarious, dude.
Great.
It's really bad. I don't want to say badly animated, but it's not.
No, it's not. The animation's not why you watch it.
Yeah,
you watch
you
it
don't watch
because
it.
it's,
You watch it for the TNA.
It's like
so
this,
funny.
It's this child, and it has so much just adult humor.
Yes, it's like
And
South Park for Japan.
It really. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's like an Asian South Park.
Like he gets away with so much
He's
because he's a little kid.
He's an awful
Like,
child, and oh man,
It's really
I love
funny.
that series.
Shin-chan.
Guys are
if you-
screwed
yeah.
up.
And honestly, there's actually a secondary anime
Hold
you
on.
should watch. Oh,
Well, not to Google because I was looking for the name of it.
don't Google shit, baby.
Do not Google anime with little kid
Oh no!
because
We're
the
not
Google
even live right now, are we?
Don't
we are.
we are.
don't Google this.
And
Say-
don't Google
he
meat
says that
dogs.
Anime with
Don't
little
Google
kid
meat
because
dogs.
one of the suggested things to Google is anime with little kid romance. That's number 3 in the suggested searches.
You're looking up some lollipops over there.
No, I was trying to find the kid.
We are the members of the.
No, I
Lollipop
googled anime
Guild.
with little kid who swears, which apparently is number 2, but which is good. I'm glad it's ahead of the little kid romance one.
So,
But
I just realized that I paid for the the Facebook thing,
Yeah.
but I didn't go live. I didn't hit go live on Facebook.
Oh no.
So we just went live on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
hey guys, if
Hey,
you're
guys.
tuning in on Facebook now,
You might be catching
it's kinda
the.
late.
Wait, hold on. Do you have to pay every time you go live on Facebook,
no,
or is
no,
it
it's a
monthly?
monthly thing,
How much is
so-
it
Oh,
monthly?
okay.
I mean, total is like 20, but that's because I'm adding
$20
something
a
else, like
month?
$15 a month. But
oh,
That's
He's
not.
a
is there is there a possibility for ad content and everything on there or no?
yeah, not for Facebook. No, unfortunately.
Well,
it's,
no, the nice thing with Facebook Live though is that
Yeah.
if you go live on Facebook, it pretty much populates the top of every single friend's feed.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
No,
yeah.
it
now
forces
here's the thing
that
though,
up to the
it
top.
won't go on to your personal things. It only goes to a business page or a person's page.
Still not bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but I have my own personal business, you know, like I'm a cool guy page, but
Cool guy page. Look at me. I'm
No
a
one
cool,
likes it
I'm a
yet.
cool guy.
yeah,
Super cool guy.
only
Look-
Chad Munden likes that page so far.
What?
Oh,
I would come and like it, but I do not use Facebook.
Yeah, well, you know,
I'm a pleb.
there happens to be billions of people on it, so might as well. So, for some reason,
yeah.
there are billions of people on it.
Zuckerberg
So I
did
have to do it
something
for
right.
work, you know.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. I mean, Zuckerberg's a genius, but he's also an evil genius.
He's also
So-
an
You know,
evil
I think
robot
he
genius.
just doesn't think about stuff in a very personal manner.
Well, no, and
It's
this
hard
is
for him to grasp that when you're so...
we're so detached from
Yeah.
from people. I mean, well, and here's the thing. I mean, you know, we talk about like these big tech moguls who quote unquote came from nothing, but we also have to remember that they really didn't come from
No,
nothing.
they
Most of these guys
didn't.
are upper middle class.
No, they came from rich. They came from
Rich
fairly
families.
well-affluential,
Yeah.
fairly
We
wealthy families.
all love Elon Musk around here, but
Yeah.
let's say
No.
his mom is a freaking rich model.
His,
Let's
yeah,
be
and
serious.
yeah.
And his dad is also wealthy and successful.
Yeah.
And also, his grandparents were world travelers and famous
Yeah.
for traveling around the world, and he like literally got to travel
you
around
don't
Africa.
travel the world with no money.
No,
That
he was
just
in
doesn't
South
happen.
Africa as a white person, which means you're pretty much like
You're wealthy.
yeah, because
Yeah,
down
Not
there
all
it was
South
like,
white South Africans are wealthy, but
no, but a lot. So
good, yeah.
it's you know, yeah, he had some pretty good circumstances, even though you know he might have had abusive.
He kind
stepdad.
of he kind of won the genetic
yeah,
lottery.
sorry.
Well, yeah, and that's and I don't know. I think that's a good point when we want to talk about upward mobility in this country or in any country. I'm not just talking about this country. Upward mobility is not as easy as we seem to think. In fact, they've been done several statistics on it, and it's just we're not as upwardly mobile as we think. Let's just
Honestly,
say that.
I don't
Not
even want
as
to talk about it because
upwardly
it
mobile
kind
as
of
we used to be either.
It kind of bums me out. This discussion kind of bums me out. To be
Sorry.
So I think we should get back on to
Games and stuff.
Yeah,
games
let's go.
and such.
Has anyone played any games lately?
Yes. I want to get to mine.
Same.
Right,
Okay.
let's go.
Factorio.
What the
I think
I've
you
seen
may
Factorio
have-
is pretty
yeah.
highly rated,
Right.
actually.
Factorio has
it
5
was on my wish
stars,
list for
or
a while
4.5
now.
stars. I waited so long to play this game that I hate myself for it. But yeah,
Yep.
it is awesome. It is an awesome game. If you love I think if you like city builders and stuff like that, this is kind of a game you want to get into. Basically the idea is
It looks like. Oh, continue.
yeah,
continue.
I mean, it's a city builder, but essentially you're the only citizen, and you're trying to create this giant factory to get you off of this alien planet. And yeah, it's wonderful. It's an awesome game.
What's really cool about it is that the some people have likened it to it's the same logic for some of the stuff you're doing as like you're building a big code. You're building a giant algorithm, basically.
Yeah, no, that's kind of yeah.
And that's what actually something I found really interesting about it. There's quite a few games on Steam that are available for on the cheap that will teach you to think like
in
a
that
coder,
sort of way.
even if it's not traditional code.
Yeah.
In fact, Factorio is one of those games.
Get a clap.
Yeah,
From
and this
Facebook. Check it out.
Facebook, Mr. Cell.
So,
oh, he's on Facebook with us.
welcome.
But
Glad you stopped by.
Just
go
to
ahead.
interject, this
No,
does
go ahead.
this does kind of remind me of. Now I know the gameplay and concept behind it is probably not the same at all, just judging by the images I'm seeing now. But Prison Architect.
oh
I
yeah,
can see why
another
this
great
is right
game.
up. Why it's right up your alley.
Yeah. Well, that and there's also there's the same people did Prison Architect did
I have a new game.
well
That's
yeah
it,
it's like a you're like stranded on a or like it's like a post-apocalyptic world as
Isn't
well.
it like coming soon or?
no, it's
Is it
well the
older?
beta's out. I know that for sure. I've
I
seen
need
people
more
play it.
data from this. Like, you're stranded. What else?
It was made by Prison
called
Architect
RimWorld?
people. RimWorld.
Oh no, that's been around forever, man.
Yeah, I still think it's technically
it's called-
beta
there's
or
a new
early
game
access
called
or whatever.
RimWorld.
10 out of 10
RimWorld,
on Steam.
Yeah,
it's-
RimWorld is like a highly revered.
Yeah.
Similar setup.
I haven't played it yet.
And
I want
honestly,
to. I just have not played
if
it
you've
yet.
played Prison Architect, then you had no idea what else is out there by these guys. This would definitely be right up your alley because
Yeah.
it looks the exact same.
Yeah, no, yeah, the art style is the same.
and everything.
Yeah, in the I mean the concepts in it are different, obviously, from maintaining a prison to maintaining a outpost of survivors, but still.
Hold on, so this is a prison?
No, that prison
architect is. So I would recommend not to switch onto that. But
No,
if
go
you've
ahead,
never played Prison Architect, go watch the videos on it, just like the YouTubes of it, and
so this gets
pick it
on
up
to a
on
second
sale.
topic I wanted to talk about tonight that has to do
Let's
a lot
go.
with
As
gaming.
long as it's not about.
It has to do
healthcare.
with gaming specifically.
If we can talk about maybe like.
Are these like mobile games at all?
I really don't have much to say about James Bond. I'll admit it.
No.
I don't.
I actually have. I already know why. You ever seen Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen
He
it.
just at the end of every single life, he just transforms.
James Bond is Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I like it. Or
Yeah.
he's a Time Lord.
Yeah, James Bond is a Time Lord, which would explain why he just can't die, and he knows exactly
So,
what every villain's gonna do.
Was
and he just-
Sean Connery the ultimate James Bond?
No. Why is Sean Connery got to be the ultimate James Bond?
Because he slaps women, I think.
He's the only Scottish James Bond because he
But
can't
I'm
change
just
his
saying, if
accent.
we're gonna have a favorite one, then I
grew up-
permanently pick Sean Connery.
I
can't
grew up with
get him.
Pierce. I grew up with Pierce.
Pierce Brosnan,
Pierce. He's
You know,
he's my Bond.
I got
sorry.
Pierce. Oh, which one's Pierce?
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce?
Brosnan? Brosnan?
I gotta say though, but Sean Connery though, I cannot say there's
Brosnan,
a single thing that Sean Connery does that I dislike. Now, you're gonna pull up some random piece of crap where he showed his nipples in a weird way, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't like that.
Hold on. Have you seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Like you're gonna tell me
Yes.
specifically grab that face
you
with
tell me
like
that's
a
a good movie.
mustache. Yeah,
No,
like,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
saying
tell
I
me
can
this is the
enjoy
face
him
of a-
talking.
No, that is the face of a Bond right there.
That's true. I agree.
That's like your
Okay, no, sorry. Just real quick. That is the face of the most interesting man in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That is like
true.
no. I mean that looks like the character.
So let's just
yeah.
ask the chat. So since this got brought up,
Yeah.
Your
actually,
favorite Bond.
chat,
Yeah.
who is your favorite Bond actor?
If you don't say
Charles,
Pierce, I'm gonna be
dude,
real
you brought
upset.
this up.
Is he still here?
I don't know if he's still here, but I mean, if you
Charles,
are
we need your
here,
input, my guy.
anyone here, who's your favorite
Yeah.
James Bond character or actor, I should say?
If it's not Daniel Craig, then you can just leave. I'm kidding.
Hey, all right.
I mean, the newest one, even though it's blonde, not bad.
Even though
Newest one.
The newest
Who's
James
after
Bond.
Daniel Craig?
Let's look at all the James Bonds in order. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, pull up a picture that shows them all.
Yep, GoldenEye was pretty good.
Why can't we have like a different colored James
There
Bond?
you go.
You just the game GoldenEye was the best Bond.
I
agree.
Right.
And
I agree.
That beats every
Okay,
Bond
so,
character
yeah,
ever played in
the
a
90s
movie.
Bond
And
is
that means
definitely
I
who
get to use the
remember
big
as
head mode
Bond.
with paintball guns.
This
and
is
I
true.
get to
I
shoot the
missed
corner.
that game. That was a
So-
good.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
see, Daniel,
so I'm
as far
gonna
as I
tell you
know-
a story really quick. So we decided to get drunk and plug in the N64 like
Okay.
5 years ago. Put it 007 GoldenEye or whatever, Golden
Yeah.
Gun.
Right.
GoldenEye. Yeah,
GoldenEye,
GoldenEye.
yeah.
GoldenEye, best Bond ever.
I'd
wait.
be lying if I told you
Back on the
we
block. is
were
great.
able to actually use the controller properly to play the game. And I think the N64 controller kills it for me now. I can't go back and
It's
relive
a
it.
horrible controller.
Because I'm
It's
not,
awful
yeah,
weird.
'cause I'm not
Awful
used
weird.
to. I've literally
Craig.
retrained my muscles
Yeah.
to where I cannot use the N64 controller
I don't
anymore.
think Nintendo knew what they were doing
no,
when they built that.
but
at
they are
all.
innovative.
Guys, we got some
Yeah.
votes
Oh, yeah.
going in.
All right, so we got Daniel
or
Craig,
Pierce.
Daniel Craig, two.
So that's
Or Daniel
two
Craig.
Daniel Craigs.
1.5
Whoa.
for Daniel Craig because
Well, no,
sorry.
hold on. It's a half for Pierce and a half for Craig.
Yes, exactly. You don't get 2 votes. Sorry, Saul. You don't get 2 votes.
Bronson.
You almost get to vote.
Bronson.
Hey, clearly that was a typo.
John, what's his name? No.
John
No,
Bronson.
there's a person named Bronson, like Bronson.
Hold on.
Anyways.
So, real quick, where is
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery in
He
this.
is the first one.
Which one is
Sean Connery?
Bronson?
Yeah, that's
That's
Sean
Sean
Connery.
Connery.
That's Sean Connery.
You know, there's an interview of Sean Connery talking about slapping women. I think it's
Oh,
kind of
no, we don't. No, we're not getting into that one.
All right, guys.
No, I know.
So this is not the introvert sexist.
Sometimes you just
All
gotta
right,
smack a
fine.
woman,
Saul
you know?
gets Saul's a
Did he
mod,
say
so he
that?
gets 2 votes.
No.
All right.
I guess that's fair.
No.
Duck you.
It's fair.
So, okay.
All right, it's fair.
He
Fine,
said
fine.
duck you
So we
instead
got
of the
Daniel.
F word.
Okay, you do have your own emoji.
He does have his own
emoji.
emoji. Let's be honest.
Okay.
And Sal's the only reason I have my last 2 squad wins on Fortnite. So
All right. So you owe him
carries hard.
you owe him your
Hey,
life.
that's fair.
Hey, Lamont Atkins.
Lamont. Whoa. Hey man.
Oh.
Long time.
How's it going, man?
man.
Feed's not playing for me. I'm sorry. I will try to fix it.
Is it on the Facebook?
It is on the Facebook.
You know-
It seems to be working. Somebody try to pull it up.
So
Yeah, if it's not working, feel free to hop over to Twitch.
so-
But we're gonna work
I
on the
didn't like
Facebook
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
right now.
I don't know if the YouTube stream is or the YouTube window is showing up on the
On
stream.
the stream, it should be.
But the top rated video or is the up next video for Factorio
Don't
is
buy
do
Factorio.
not buy Factorio. Even though I'm sitting here like it's awesome.
Don't buy Factorio.
You know,
yeah,
so
that's true.
the thing is, you can make an argument to not buy something.
That's true.
For anything else,
I can make an argument to not buy bananas.
Well,
I can make
is
one
your
too.
argument
What's
that,
your,
like-
is your argument that starch is processed as sugar and stored?
No, my argument is I'm allergic to bananas, so why the
Oh.
fuck? Why would I buy
that's,
bananas?
that's a
pretty
pretty good
easy.
argument.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can make an argument for why you should buy bananas.
Lamont
No,
Atkins, I
no,
apologize.
bananas are actually delicious
Hey,
and they're very
well,
healthy
yeah,
for you.
yeah, I
but
know that.
I'm allergic
They're
to
okay.
them.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That's
I
kinda
love
cool.
banana chocolate
Guys, look at
milkshakes,
this. We're
so-
getting
I'm
more
gonna
viewers
just
now
mix
that
it
we
with
have
peanut
Facebook
butter.
going.
There we go.
Let's go
That's
everywhere.
fair.
Yeah. I don't know why that would.
That's cool,
I
right?
have no idea either. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry that I didn't hit live like a long time ago.
What is this link?
Today is listing a tiny URL.
Of
Okay,
Facebook.
so-
So
Facebook.
I kind of want to get into this little, just kind of not just like a little
Does
talk
it have
about
to do with
gaming.
healthcare?
It has to do with gaming, specifically about gaming.
Does it have to do with my joystick?
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
Table.
No.
Vote to table this next topic.
In this
Say aye.
I.
Aye.
No, you know,
Wait, what are we taping?
go ahead.
No,
This
it's
is
just
next topic.
All
What
It
is it
doesn't
on?
have to do
Go.
with
so
it.
like, all this is that like in this world now we're moving to better graphics and
Better pizza, Papa John.
virtual reality,
Oh.
3D gaming, that sort of things. Like I love that there's still games coming out like Factorio and Prison Architect, games that don't
for
require a whole
choosing.
lot of graphical input, games that are just challenging because they're challenging, not challenging because they require you to be able to
It just
quick scope
works, yeah.
or to that require these sort of muscle memory sort of actions just to be good at them.
Have you played XCOM?
I have not. I
You
need to play
really
XCOM.
need to. It's such a good series, and
Yeah.
it's every time we do this, it's like
I know.
sounding more and more up your alley.
I know. I need to play XCOM, especially because I know it's more
You
of a
should.
sort of
A game I
strategy
think
chess
is right
sort
up
of-
your
yeah.
alley. And
Every time we do this,
oh no,
We're getting looped back.
you should check out Anno 1800,
Yeah, it looks interesting. I've seen a couple of videos on
and I
it.
think that'd be right up your alley. And it's right up my alley. The only thing that's not is that it's made by Ubisoft. Ubisoft.
You know, like
I
Ubisoft?
don't know. You can pronounce it however you want because
It's
screw them.
Ubi crap.
Obosoft.
Yeah.
Now I
But-
will say Fallout is great,
I
but
Okay.
that's about it.
have never played a Fallout game.
Should
Never.
super good.
You know, the only reason I might play Fallout is we have it at VR at work, so.
Yeah, you should just play it
Yeah.
up there. Can I come up there and play VR for free?
Yes. Come hang out, please.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Please, come. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday.
Any day. Sunday.
Show up on
The-
a Sunday after
the
work.
arcade.
I'll come by. Be sweet.
Yes. You know what? So next episode, this is what I think we should do.
Wait, hold on. BattleTech 2018. What is that?
If it
Can
looks like
we-
it was made in Microsoft Paint, then your
If
boss
that's along
is a
the
nerd.
sort of lines we're talking about right now, and you just gave me another great game suggestion, Chad, that would be awesome.
What's BattleTech?
BattleTech 2018.
Let's check it out.
Apparently, it's all one.
I got 3.5. What is this?
BattleTech.
Oh, it's a turn-based strategy game.
Okay.
You get squads
What's going on
of
with your feet?
robots.
Okay.
And,
Day one
right.
on the beach.
Do you want to come to the mic and tell us?
Nope. I don't.
He says, no, I don't want to share this with the world.
Another game along these lines
I will
of
say,
very
I
minimal.
have a massive sunburn on my feet peeling right now.
Really? Can I
It's
watch?
not fun.
you want to share
Can we
with
put
the
it on
class?
stream?
I'm gonna leave
Oh,
it.
that,
I'm
I just saw
gonna
that.
leave it.
I just saw
on-
that piece.
I'm
It's
leaving,
huge.
I'm
Can I
leaving
see?
it on the floor.
Oh, God.
Can I see?
Oh.
How much do I have to pay to eat it?
If you show it to everyone.
Here you go.
Oh gosh, is that a piece of your skin?
It's a
It's a piece of my skin right here.
It's big.
Hey, Salty's here. What's up?
Hey, Salt.
What's up, Hunter?
What's up, Mr.
Salted Kale? How
Hey,
we doing, man?
Oh yes. Hello.
We're trying to stream on Facebook, I think. I don't know if it's working or not.
It sounds like it's working.
So,
Is it working
actually,
on your end?
I
I share it?
pop a question out to chat real quick if
I'm
they're
not,
interested.
But I'm not on Facebook though.
Best
None at all.
indie
I
game
don't
you've
use
played.
Dude, you have to at least try
Best
it.
indie game you've played, chat. Anybody
Yeah,
got an indie game? Throw it up
Anyone
there.
listening, yeah. Tell us what your favorite indie game is, and we can actually go around and talk about our favorite indie
Wait,
games.
hold on. Wait, hold on. No. This is more important than anything. Salty. Who is your favorite James Bond?
Oh yeah, sorry, we forgot that. Yeah, you just popped in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, I will
You might
say,
as well answer this.
so next episode, I'm thinking we live stream the big screen up here, and we put on Mario Kart, the new one for the Switch.
Hey.
I'll have 4 remotes set up,
I'm down.
because I already have 4 remotes, because all my kids. We'll have the Switch out here, and we'll live stream us playing Mario Kart.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
I'm definitely down with
Well,
that.
If you guys really want to get beat that bad, then fine.
Oh, whoa.
We can definitely do
Hey,
this.
we can
I
like
play Peach, so
honestly, like this will be a nice setup because we can do
I
this
play
right
Yoshi.
here.
Ooh, Cuphead.
Hey, you know what? Dennis is right. We should definitely
Cuphead?
all have Cuphead.
no, he's saying that's his favorite indie game so far.
No, yeah, he's right. We should all have Cuphead. Yeah.
What's this? Oh, Connery
Hey,
is
it's from Normal
Yeah,
Spy.
Sean Connery, normal spy.
Coming in with the Connery.
Another
Thank
Connery.
you, Team Connery,
That's what I'm talking
in
about,
it to
man.
win it.
Well, Connery's well, actually not dead last, but
Wait,
Okay, we got.
Salty, you have to answer who your favorite
for
James Bond
Bronson.
is. though.
Brosnan.
You
Yeah,
gotta,
two-
you gotta answer who your favorite
two for-
James Bond is.
Pierce, whatever. For
Pierce,
two
whatever.
Connerys.
Okay, fine.
And
Yeah.
2 Craig.
All right, man.
And 1 Connery.
We have another
One
one for
Connery.
Pierce.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
no,
that's 3 for
we have-
Pierce.
2 for Connery.
Team Pierce, let's go.
There was a fly
What's up?
trying to get drunk off my drink right now.
Limbo.
Limbo was definitely a great game, and
Subnautica?
honestly, you're listing probably the best indie games out there. Limbo, Subnautica. Although I do have some problem with Subnautica. It took too
Dude.
long for it to release.
What is this? This
Okay.
is Cuphead?
Cuphead.
It's a
yeah.
2D side-scroller shooter.
It's
This
2D
is
Dark
crazy.
Souls.
Yes.
It's 2D Dark Souls platformers,
And
It's
it's
amazing.
it's fantastically animated. It's blown
that looks
up all
crazy.
over the internet, but I just don't like the playstyle. I don't care for 2D side scrollers.
I hate platformers.
I-
So
no,
honestly,
the
as much
passion.
as I want to play this, just with me and Caitlin or something,
You
I
know-
really can't do platformers on a like I can't take it serious.
No.
I'll play it for the novelty of it, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done with it. I
This is what I
cannot get
play.
into
Hey,
it.
this is what I play with my kids, and it's so much fun.
I feel way too limited by a 2D
Yeah.
Castle
platformer.
Crash
Agreed.
is
Yeah.
so good.
Yes,
Very good.
This is a game we should play.
we should all play.
So-
I mean, it's so good. dude.
Trenton, you gifted this to me like a year and a half ago.
I
Yeah.
got this for like 50 cents.
Me and my
I know,
kids play
I know.
this constantly.
This game is great. This is the game that's just casual with
Hey, up to
you,
10 viewers, guys.
3
What's up?
friends. You're
peeking.
going
RuneScape.
around. You're fighting. You're fighting baddies. You're fighting over princesses. It's great.
So I actually have a game I would recommend too. If you like fast-paced gaming, Wizard of Legend.
Wizard of Legend.
Wizard of Legend.
I will read the Steam description. Wizard of Legend is a no-nonsense action-packed.
no nonsense.
No nonsense.
Nonsense.
Action-packed take on wizardry that emphasizes precise movements and smart.
Of course.
Combining, I think they spelled combining wrong, which is kind of funny. Of spells and roguelike dungeon crawlers.
Real
this
right
from
for
the
indie
Steam?
game because they
This
could
is-
hold
this
on.
is on
Maple
Steam.
Story.
They
Let's
couldn't
check
hire
it
a
out.
spell
Yeah,
check.
comboing.
comboing.
comboing. Maybe I'm just retarded. That's what it's comboing.
Maple Story.
Hey,
That sounds
thanks
familiar,
for
but-
dropping by. Back on the block.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
Really appreciate you, man.
Catch you later, man.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching live. You can check us out on YouTube. Eventually, we get episodes out on
Story
YouTube where we're trying to find a home.
Is this Maple Story?
This is apparently Maple Story 2.
Live
It's
streaming it.
Maple Story, only 3D.
So what? I don't know what Maple Story is. Is this?
It's a really big, or was a really big
Is this
2D
like,
side scroller.
Well, this one looks
This
3D.
looks crazy.
This honestly, you know what this looks like?
This
This looks
Story
like
2.
a souped up version of Fantasy Life.
Yeah, Maple Story 1 was 2D. Maple Story 2.
There's a lot of
Yeah, that's Maple Story.
Which one?
The one that Maple Story has changed.
Okay.
That's sort of the traditional Maple Story.
So it's not the 3D.
Yeah, I guess 3D is in something new that's getting released. Man, that's a great Maple Story. Look at that.
Honestly, like Sean Connery, pretty OG right there. I don't remember these guys in the middle until the 90s.
So yeah, the three in the middle I think are the forgettable Bonds.
Honestly, I remember Sean Connery, I remember the 90s, and then I remember now. That's about it. Call me close-minded, but
Wait. Kingdom Hearts? That's not. That's
Kingdom
can you call
Hearts
that an
is
indie
definitely
game?
definitely not indie.
That's not an indie game.
yeah, but Kingdom Hearts
Not in
3.
the
They have a
slightest.
Kingdom Hearts 3 already.
Yeah, the one that came
Yeah.
out this year.
Came out this year.
Yeah.
Because I remember 2, and I played the crap out of it. I'll be honest with you.
Kingdom.
That's the same company that made Final Fantasy. There's
Yeah.
no way that that's an indie game.
Hey,
Well,
look,
and it's-
Sora's got a choker now.
Well, and it's also Disney. A lot of
Oh,
Disney
man.
characters, which means Disney was involved in.
Yeah, exactly. It
Oh,
is all Disney characters.
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Right? That might
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
about that.
It's
you
all
got-
Disney.
Daffy Duck, you know.
It's
Goofy.
it's Final
Now,
Fantasy meets Disney.
Do we have
okay.
any like confirmation on whether or not he'll go to a Star Wars land?
I thought it was
Consi-
out. My bad.
Since
My
now
bad.
Disney
Star
owns
Wars
it.
Land.
Yeah, because Disney owns Star Wars now.
Well,
Now
look,
I
he's
will
got
say,
point, yeah.
if you go to Disney World,
Kingdom Hearts.
there is a Star Wars area where
Yeah.
you get to choose to be a dark
Sith
side,
or
light
a-
side, and
Yeah.
then
The Empire
they
did nothing
interact
wrong.
with you differently depending on which path you choose when you're
In
there.
Disney World? That's awesome.
As you're
No.
spending way too much money there.
We have not all seen the Han Solo movie, so
yeah, you know what?
Oh, is it out now? Because
guys,
I
the
haven't heard
trailer
good
looks
things. I'll be
Let's
honest.
just go and announce it. Han Solo. Can I
What?
say it?
I'm about to Rotten
What?
Tomatoes the
Just say what happens to Han
heck out of
Solo.
that movie.
well he lives
He shoots first.
because he turns into like
Normal Han Solo.
normal Han
H.
Solo later.
And then
Locksoak. What's up,
Hey,
man?
Locksoak.
Hey, we're up to 11 viewers. What's
Oh.
up? We're peaking hard, boys.
Luxo.
How's it going, guys?
All right.
Hi.
Hi.
hey, I think honestly,
Oh,
if
no.
anything, Solo didn't do bad because of
Shaking, not
everything
stirred.
that was
Vodka
out already
martini.
with it.
Shaking,
You're talking
not
about
stirred.
Deadpool, the newest Avengers. It just had too much self-competition. That's why they pushed back the release date
Hey,
for those
Solo
movies,
has a
anyways.
71 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's
That's pretty good for Rotten
respectable.
Tomatoes. There.
No, but
No,
for a
there
Star
is
Wars
a
film,
okay.
no,
Look,
I haven't
there
heard good
is a
things.
threshold on Rotten Tomatoes where you hit a point where it's a movie that's so bad where you'll find zero enjoyment out of it whatsoever.
Well,
and
here-
that
here-
threshold is between 20 and 40%.
Well, here's the
So
critic
it's under-
consensus, though.
Under 40 and above 20.
But if it's under 20,
if it's under 20,
watch it.
you get the Troll 2
it-
effect.
yeah.
The
It's
worst
not
best
bad,
movie.
but
Or
there's
the best
been better
worst
Star
movie.
Wars movies. That's what Kale thinks.
Well, see, okay, so the critic consensus is that it is a flawed yet fun and fast-paced space adventure. Solo, a Star Wars story, should satisfy newcomers to the saga as well as longtime fans who check their expectations at the theater door.
All I needed to watch it was Childish Gambino. Yeah, and I'm in.
Well,
Yeah, Donald Glover is kind
it
of
looks
an
just
awesome
like a
guy.
fun space romp. I
Yeah.
mean, if nothing else, like
What, I mean, what was Rogue One? The same thing, right?
exactly. And I loved
Yeah.
Rogue One. Like I
Rogue
loved
Everyone knew what was going to
I
happen
mean,
in that
so-
movie.
I think everyone's
Heartache,
just
though.
watching for the old nostalgia music
I'm
and
just
cool
happy they had
lightsabers,
Ip
and that's
Man
it.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They
Rogue
did have
One.
it, man,
Rogue
yeah.
One was one of the best Star
Guys,
Wars
you
movies
know
to
what
get
I
released
just
in
watched
the last
recently?
couple of years.
I
With
agree.
my kids.
I think it was better than
Hey,
like
Yes.
way
Black
more
Panther.
worth the watch.
Way.
that was
Way
good.
better.
Did they do the Wakanda thing?
Oh yeah, they're doing
Did
the
they
Wakanda thing
feel
now.
really weird about it?
No, one of my kids is definitely doing this now. Or like, you know. But she's also in Taekwondo, so she thinks it's the coolest thing ever.
Okay.
She's like,
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna wreck everybody.
So it's about 1 o'clock.
What does that mean?
It's the time. We're going about 2 hours now. This is more like the introvert multi-hour.
Has it been 2 hours?
We are the multiverse.
Yeah, it's been a close to 2 hours.
Well, we did peak at 11 viewers, and now we're down to 6, so we might as well
Well,
Yeah.
do we have like a
I'm
question to
kidding.
go around to kind of
wrap it up.
wrap it up?
Sure, man. What do we got?
I mean, I was actually gonna recommend like TV shows, but I recommended that earlier.
Well, you can get another one.
I wouldn't be able to go first though.
Okay. Let's think.
Did I already recommend Tosh.0? I think I already did.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I think we already
what
went
about something
I'm lame.
streaming for free or on Netflix or something that you would recommend?
On
Netflix
is that fair? Or Hulu or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one right now. Ali Wong's Netflix special. It's so freaking good. Honestly, this girl's hilarious. If you haven't watched it, go watch it because she's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, she's funny.
Talks about licking buttholes a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's one of the greatest.
I'm gonna interrupt you. We just
Go ahead.
got 1,000 bits from Salty Kale.
Are you kidding me, man?
The best stream
Salty.
ever. Also, I bet Mark would be dope in this chat. Peace, my dudes.
Oh, see you later, man.
Mark.
Yeah.
Who's Mark?
I don't
Marky
know.
Mark.
Oh, Mark, guy we work with, Mark. Mark, yeah, he's a big gamer and techie.
Where is
And,
he at, man? We need to
And
reach
actually,
him.
I learned a lot from
Ryan
Mark
knows.
about. See, he's a well versed in Java, and I mean not well. I mean well more than I am in Java and some other areas that I'm definitely lacking at.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's fair.
he's definitely would be cool in here. Yeah, I agree. I might have to ask him and then see if it's okay with the guys, but he'd
So-
be kind of fun to have on here.
Ali Wong. Is
Yes.
that so? I just want to direct your attention to the picture in the bottom right. Is that the same person?
Yeah.
Not the dude.
No, for sure, it's the same.
No
dude.
sex change.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was just saying. Is that why they were showing that?
I have no clue.
She looks a lot different.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
that whatever happened, she looks great now.
Yeah, she's pre-op though, so let's not get our hopes up. I'm kidding. What the?
I have no clue. There's something about them too. I don't know.
Maybe
I think
they
they're coming. They got a new show coming out, by the way. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
New show. Either way, her stand-up's great, so check that out.
All right, cool.
See you later, Salty. Appreciate
See you,
it.
Salty.
See you, Salty.
And
Ryan,
something by-
it's up to you.
Ryan, let's go.
Oh man. So anything streaming, Netflix, Hulu, just anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, whatever.
Just anything that you could. I mean, honestly, it could just be anything. If you want to recommend something, just recommend it.
Yeah, man. I'll you know what? I'll recommend. I think I mentioned them a couple weeks ago, but a YouTube community called the Yogscast, and I know that some people out there may know who they are already, but if you don't, hey, they're fun. It's a huge community of people. They do stream on Twitch. They do have several YouTube channels, and they have their own website as well. Yeah, they're just fun to watch. There's like a lot of channels. I'm not telling you to subscribe to all of them, but you know, go check out a couple of them. They do a lot of Minecraft stuff, so if that's not your thing, you can skip around those videos. But they do have some great content out there. They play a lot of Civ 6, which is my thing. I love Civ 6, and it's good to see multiplayer Civ 6 going on. Just really hard to, believe it or not, kind of hard to find out there on YouTube or Twitch.
It's kind of hard to coordinate.
It's hard to coordinate. Yeah.
Like you have to get everyone in the same place at the same time for 3, 4, 5
they-
or more.
They don't have everybody in the same place. They do it.
Yeah.
They do it through what do you call it? Direct Connect.
Land.
LAN. No, not
The
LAN.
web.
Whatever you call it. But yeah, no. A great community, and they. I think I talked about it before, but they do every year they do a charity for the entire month of December, so that all the donations from their Twitch channel in December go to charity. So,
All right, so I will recommend. You guys are gonna look at me weird for this one. I'm gonna recommend Netflix, and if you haven't sat down and watched it, Twilight Zone, the original series. I think anyone that is a fan of horror or psychological thriller, the Twilight Zone,
Peaky
the original
Face.
series,
OG.
the actual original series.
I thought you were
Twilight
saying.
Zone
I'm
is
sorry, I
on
didn't hear
here.
you say Twilight Zone.
Okay.
I thought you said Twilight.
No.
They
that
have the
was-
original series on
They have the
Netflix.
original series all the way up to season 3. They skip 4 and go to 5.
Yeah.
And this actually just got picked up again by another TV network, the same one that does the new Star Trek. But basically, every episode is going to be... It's like Black Mirror. It's the original Black Mirror.
Right.
So every episode is some new weird thing that happens. So there's no continuation or anything. Season 1 is great. Season 2, they kind of ran out of money, so it kind of went downhill. Season 3 is probably pretty bad because they're still out of money. But I would say for Season 1, 90% of these episodes on here are probably worth watching. Because there's a lot, you're going to get a lot of references in pop culture and just normal modern day television that you probably didn't even realize. Yeah, because all this stuff just came out of nowhere. Like, for instance, like The Simpsons, where Bart's like on the school bus and he keeps saying he sees like a monster on the school bus.
Yeah, it's from a Twilight Zone.
That's from the Twilight Zone.
The plane episode.
The plane episode, yeah. And that's like episode like 7 or 8 references
to it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the Treehouse of Horrors episode, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's like a ton of old shows like that. You get it. Like, I know Twin Peaks is referenced a lot, but I would say Twilight Zone. There's a ton of episodes that I watched just watching everything that was on Netflix that just references I didn't ever get before, but it's worth it. Like, watch episode 1, Where Is Everybody? If you're not hooked based on that style of program, then maybe it's not for you, but I really enjoy old school TV shows like this.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I didn't know it was on Netflix, honestly. So I've seen some episodes. I didn't know it was on Netflix now, so I might have to go through and watch all of them.
Super worth it.
Nice, man.
All right, Boldt.
Who's next?
You know, I'll actually probably bring up what Sieg brought up in chat, which is Neebs Gaming, which is a YouTube channel. And it's it is a kind of just a Let's Play channel. It's with a B. Well, that's basically him right there, but there you go.
Oh, Neebs.
Yeah.
I was thinking Needs. I guess
I thought so too. Yeah, and what I really enjoy about their format is that it's always the group. Even though it's Neebs Gaming, which is one of the guys in the group, but it's always this group, this centralized group of guys who just play video games together, and they, they'll pull viewpoints from everyone that's actually playing to find the most interesting thing happening at that moment. And they'll just, cut it all together and push it out to YouTube.
That's pretty cool.
And that's always been one of my favorite formats. Their content is really hit and miss, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But they've had some really good stuff. Like one of my favorite, like, I guess, episode that I ever actually saw was from them was when they were playing Minecraft together, and they were just like singing, like just singing together. It was completely spontaneous. So I was like, yes, this is friendship right here.
Okay, so if I just to kind of go, I don't want to go back to my thing, but Hat Films is a subsection of Yogscast, and they do a lot of like impromptu rapping and songs during their playthroughs. Yeah, and so I enjoy them, so I might have to check that out because that is really enjoyable. Just to, like, because that they're having fun while they're doing this, and if they're not having fun playing the game, they're having fun playing with each other. What did you say? They're having fun playing the game together, whether the game is fun or not.
Right. You're just messing around. I mean, it brings you back to those memories of playing games and just messing around with your friends.
Yeah, like I miss, like the other night, me and you were, or like a week last week, when me and you were playing Hearthstone
just
in the Introvert After Hour.
Oh no. Which we're gonna do again today.
Did we? Yeah. If you're up
it's
for
only
it,
one.
If you're up for it, I can play for a bit.
I already took a shower, man. Come on.
I haven't, but
I'm gonna go home. But if y'all are gonna be on that, we can play some Heroes together.
Ooh,
some
Heroes.
I'd be down.
Boldt can
that
play
means I have to go home. We're gonna play Heroes.
No, I enjoy Heroes. I enjoy it so much. When last time I was here, we were playing like those games, and I remembered how much I missed playing Heroes of the Storm because it was
There's probably an update, and everyone would be like, nah.
Yeah, then you just hop on Fortnite, we go dancing. Loot, what's the lake called? I can't remember.
Loot Lake? Loot.
So there's a new challenge, which is the stupidest one ever. You have to get a squad of 4 to dance on each of these platforms simultaneously to get this challenge. So I need all of y'all to log in and land in Loot Lake with me in this specific building so we can all dance.
I will just not do it, right? I will do everything up to that. I will get there. I'll stand on the platform, and as you're dancing, I will walk.
Just refuses to actually do anything after.
I refuse to dance in protest.
Just to be contrary.
Is there a /sit emote?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh man.
Who's next?
That's it. That was everybody.
All right, man. Hey, good times. I think we actually went for an hour 50 minutes.
It was like about
that's pretty good.
30. Should we
30.
change this to the introvert time?
I don't think the actual hour means anything.
You know, that's the first thing that my brother
time is
said.
relative.
Right.
Yeah.
The introvert hour, I mean,
It just sounds good. Anyway, should
Do you
we?
want to eat my foot skin?
Oh, I'll eat it.
Well, plus, if we edit it, it'll maybe down to an hour. No, probably not.
All right. Fair enough.
Bless you.
Hey guys, make sure you wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
When you go to
that
the
actually
beach.
does help.
Yeah, it really does help.
But hey, we had a bunch of different viewers today. We're on Facebook now officially, an hour of it up, 30 minutes up. So
we're still live.
Yeah.
We're just thanking everybody out there.
Button. Smash the like button.
Like, subscribe, follow, whatever the crap it is.
Ryan just died.
Drop your entire.
Ryan is died right now.
That was my
dead.
foot clicking.
Oh hey,
my,
we're on Reddit,
camera.
right? We gotta go night mode. Got it.
All right,
Right
guys.
Yeah. But hey, peace out, everybody. Appreciate you guys
thanks
talking about.
for tuning in. We do this because we like to do
care.
it, but we definitely enjoy having other
And
people.
we do this because we like Ryan's beard.
Yeah, that's
That's the
thank you.
ultimate reason.
Thank you. I'm now trimming it with
We really
scissors
like his
instead of a
beard.
clippers. So if anybody cared about that, probably not. But
I do.
thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, see